I am, motherfuckers. Thought I was gone, huh? Oh, y'all just gonna take my shit and run with it, huh? Oh, I gotta get you. I gotta get you. My adrenaline still pumping. Kamikaze style. I feel like standing in the midst of 100,000 haters, dynamite and C4 strapped around the waist, bloody tears in my eyes, hit the switch, making sure every motherfucker in the vicinity blow away and die. Kill 'em off with an explosion. Get up, bitches. Kamikaze on you hoes. I'm the sacrificial lamb. Feeling fury flow out of every follicle in my body while you decompose. Die with a blunt and throw in your hand. I'm up in the itchy for fucking with Twister. If you fucking with me, coming back 50, cause it won't be an issue. Got some nuts to come give me them, boy. You gon' get the picture from flaming my switches. The hollows penetrate through your tissue. Fuck your fit up with your blood. As I hear the cries of your homies screaming revenge. Got no mercy on them either. Go to war with the intentions to annihilate everything you stand for with the death of myself, cause I'm a believer. A blessing for sacrifice. A messenger who cometh after Christ. Next one to glisten after ice. Fucking with me is a bigger gamble than a pack of dice. I murder you and commit you again in the afterlife. My brother, you can bring harm with guns. I'm all with bombs. Fuck all that shit you carry. I got you obituary. Your motherfucker phenomenon. Cause I'ma come till it put all of us in the cemetery. Now come and look up to the mind of a man you don't really wanna fuck with. Kill 'em all, kill 'em all, kill 'em all. Looking death between the eyes and the wrong. Suicide on you hoes if I have to make you die big. Kill us all, kill us all, kill us all. Looking death between the eyes and the wrong. Come and look into the mind of a man you don't really wanna fuck with. Kill 'em all, kill 'em all, kill 'em all. Looking death between the eyes and the wrong. Suicide on you hoes if I have to make you die big. Kill us all, kill us all, kill us all. Looking death between the eyes and the wrong. Can't save us. Go to war like I'm untouchable, yelling out bloody murder while I'm busting. Two deadly fingers squeeze a twin trigger, steady touching you. Screaming like a demon, like a bigger fucking fucky. Just put my body in the room with the enemy, and I got a grenade. I'ma pull a pin after some big. Pop 17 sins after gun clean. Smoke a dope so 5 hours on 10 after one bleed. Nigga, you have no interest to change some massacre. Taking more blood than the 2000 Dracula. Slip the clip in the automatic and get the bus of horrific hollows while you praying in Jesus and Nazareth. A 7-day theory like Machiavelli, flowing on the track that's scary with the Mac in the back of the petty. Spectacular, how could you dare me? Knowing I'm already willing to die. I'm coming back after they bury Mary. It's time for your confessions. I'll be the priest. Celebrate and salute the sign of a suicidal soldier. Better become a Bible holder. As I start to massacre men with a verbal recital that's colder. That's coming closer. As you let kamikaze into your body, careful or you that's standing vertical. And anyone that opposes, I swear to God, I'ma get you even if I gotta murder me to murder you. Now come and look into the mind of a man you don't really wanna fuck with. Kill 'em all, kill 'em all, kill 'em all. Looking death between the eyes and the wrong. Suicide on you hoes if I have to make you die big. Kill us all, kill us all, kill us all. Looking death between the eyes and the wrong. Come and look into the mind of a man you don't really wanna fuck with.
What up, what up, what up? Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Looking death between the eyes and the wrong. Suicide on you hoes if I have to make you die big. Kill us all, kill us all, kill us all. Looking death between the eyes and the wrong. Can't save us.
All right, everybody, make sure you hit the thumbs up because YouTube really cares, even if your boy does not. I'll be with you in just a second.
What happens when you combine the darkness of light? Bringing pain like two bad nurses, and the pain from these here motherfucking verses. Ridiculous thirsts involving hearses. To the dirt shit, first fixing is in autos to work with. Slugs to the shirt shit, just a squirt shit. I'm picking it with an expert kid. From birth to the earth split, it'll hurt me. Show you how worse it than worse get in the zone. See the vein when the pain repelling, then the clothes and the curtains bitch. When adrenaline's pumping, I don't understand discussion. Only hit certain shit. I'm a misunderstood nigga, and I'm off my square. I got me reversing clips and dispersing shit.
What can I say to make you see how the fuck I feel? To make me wanna jump over the edge. I'm charged up as scuffers getting shot up on the leg. Don't pain instead of cane, I took a blood off to the head.
So tell me what it's.
Retaliate with lethal repercussion. I feel the reefer rushing and go into things like it's a wicked stick. If the Benadryl or hop like a fender steel to get the kicking shit for niggas and bitches that I kick it with. I was born to get you pumped up. It's like some lead bust, cause it get motherfuckers a head rust. And your head's bust when you jumped up. Cause what I say must stick at you geek, my eyes red bust. But smoking shit the niggas hit on and die. Made me wanna slip the clip on the side. And if you act like a bitch on the side, if we have to, then the whole west side and let the shit go on the ride with the trigger bust. Like when the motherfucker have to go and pick up the pump to make his opposition chest kick up and jump. When you lit up the gun to make your body get up and jump. Like when the motherfucker have to go and pick up the pump to make a trigger click up and dump. So turn the bass kick up and bump and let the rhythm fit up the drum. Like when the motherfucker have to go and pick up the pump to make his opposition chest kick up and jump. When you lit up the gun to make your body get up and jump. Like when the motherfucker have to go and pick up the pump to make a trigger click up and dump. So turn the bass, kick up and bump, and let the rhythm fit off the drum. Pulling up and bailing out like we car sick and ready to start shit. Started burying some hairs like an ostrich and load the whole cartridge. And throw the shells in the garbage. The hardest the motherfuckers can never achieve what I've accomplished. Young bucks, my accomplice, located his existence with my sixes like a compass. Decided on a journey to astonish and start this. Rush up in the hearts of other niggas to get them charged. What's the real reason? All you haters try to murder me, so now it's kill season. And even though I'm still bleeding, I'ma keep covered because I'm still breathing. And y'all can't trace me. I'm burying my victims in the wall like Gacy. Too lyrical. It's just a snip of my umbilical. These flows me critical. My music is miracles like I'm biblical. Kill like I'm nutty and a buddy love. And still wouldn't leave a bloody glove. Let's start the truck up. Let's beat the fuck up. Get away smoking the blunt up. Adrenaline pumping veins. He rub my pumped up.
And I'm calibrated at 360 degrees. See, that's 300 niggas that's gon' die about 60 slugs to do this deed. We too much for the industrialists to fuck with this. On the brink of fucking up some shit. Dismantle, deduct some shit. It's hard to imagine what niggas got nerves to do. So I guess I just take that fucking nerve from you. Then think what I'm on the verge to do. And I got the urge to let semi-close your curtains, fool. From killing the verses, fool. I be one of the worstest, dude. I'm the worstest. Looking about 9 millimeters above your surface. Unleash these things and I defeat your purpose, bitch. Your adrenaline rush.
Like when the motherfucker had to come and pick up the pump. To make its opposition just kick up and jump. When you lit up the gun. To make your body get up and jump. Like when the motherfucker had to come and pick up the pump. To make a trigger pick up and dump. So turn the bass, kick up and bump. And let the rhythm fit off the drum. Like when the motherfucker had to come and pick up the pump. To make its opposition chest kick up and jump. When you lit up the gun. To make your body get up and jump. Like when the motherfucker had to go and pick up the pump. To make a trigger pick up and dump. So turn the bass, kick up and bump. And let the rhythm fit off the drum.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. If you want to call in, make sure you hit that StreamYard link. It's in the description of the video. It's very easy. Believe me, a lot of people do it every week. It's also being posted periodically in the chat by myself and your boy Nightbot.
Nighthawk 1.
Chicago, stand up.
All my gangsters, we roll. Harlem, the Chi-Town, that's my town. We ride round with 5 pounds. Yo, lie down, cause I count my niggas for Twister. I'll twist ya and get ya, but that's not the picture. Put you in pictures, cause Dipset is with you in.
I play jams, these hoes alive. I ride whips, I know they like. Take you places, I know that's tight. I can make you a celebrity overnight. Give you ice like Kobe's wife. Now they call me Twist Goldie, right? Spit it to her like Dolomite. I can make you a celebrity overnight.
I get plenty dough, our team flips plenty of powder. Could change your life in less than 24 hours. Come on and yo, this Bumpy Johnson. That shit they spittin' is nonsense. If it's a remix, best believe the streets want me on it. You can catch a plane first class. I mean, if you fly, get away and spend a day.
Yeah, the only thing is this song right here might get the stream shut down. I'm playing with fire here. Hey, Twister, if you're listening, buddy, don't take the stream down, buddy. All right?
Cops come flush them things. Now must they clean custom things? Cuff from custom kings. Me and you both for like. I sure can roll the dice, but now my dough is right. I can make you a celebrity overnight.
I play jams, these hoes alive. I ride whips, I know they lie. Take you places, I know that's tight. I can make you a celebrity overnight. Give you ice like Kobe's wife. Now they call me Twist Goldie, right? Spit it to her like Dolomite. I can make you a celebrity overnight.
You wanna get high with me? First off, say hi to me. Ain't fly as me, don't get fly with me. I'm R. Kelly, come and fly with me. In a ride to rise up in the sky. G5, baby girl, you can fly for free. What's in my pants? Damn, open my flyer seat. Take a peek, know you digging me. Enemy, epitome, Cecily, yes, you can visit me, girl. Bring Cindy, Mindy, we'll see Mickey down in Disney World. Need a wife that's truly butter. Diamond and ruby stutter. Make booby, woozy, ooey, ooey. Get a coochie cutters. Cop the question, pop the push then. Hop, hop in the bush. Hey, hold up. Damn, hands like an octopus. And damn, we the pimps of pimps. And the drips are sick. I need a BLT, a bitch with big lips and tits.
I play jams, these hoes alive. I ride whips, I know they like. Take you places, I know that's tight. I can make you a celebrity overnight.
course Jackpot's scared to bet you. He's already about to lose $100 to me. I mean, this guy's not printing money.
Girl, I see you in them cut up tight jeans, wife beater on your back. I see if we can get live. Girl, I'm twisted, you know I can spit live. Put you up in the new Beamer 765. Looking sexy with them brown slick eyes. I know she got a fatty cause she got thick thighs. Educated, you can tell from the way that she talk. Dominant woman, you can see from the way that she walk. You looking good, girl, you ought to be in pictures. Listen to me, I see your career going sky high. Taking you home to the crib in a shot, and every time I see your thighs, I cry when I drive by. Watching you should be a thrill. Got the fellas on some Johnny Gill, steady screaming, my. Kicking that 106 for AJ, you're free on the set. Or chilling with a lot, cool on direct effect. I can see your beauty on the big screen. I can see me freaking you with whipped cream. I can see you on stage at halftime at the Super Bowl with a super sexy nipple ring.
How long will it take for half of the people on here to disappear? I'm saying by week 4. Shit, some of them will disappear after week 1.
Give you ice like Kobe's wife. Now they call me Twist Goldie, right? Spit it to her like Dolomite. I can make you a celebrity overnight.
All right. What is up, everybody? It is your boy, Pigskin Pete. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the College Football Call-In Show. Of course, like I said, there will be no call-in show on Friday night because I will be in Athens for the softball game. But if you want to call in tonight, the link to the StreamYard is in the description of the video. It's also being posted periodically by myself and your boy, Nightbot. I appreciate all of you for being here. Let's see who's in the chat here real quick. Then we'll get right to the phone calls. Who we got in here? Matt Dumit's here. Roger Dodger. Kevron Harris. Jay Shipes. Sir Uga. Or as I like to call him, Sir UGAAA. The Nature Boy. Battle Angel's here. Nate the Great. Of course Nate the Great's here. Jay Shipes. Traveling Fool says, yo. Esso. What's up, Esso? The Uncle Lou. He says, I'm not going to tolerate any SEC slander on this show. Well, I can't promise anything. I mean, this isn't the ACC show. That's where most of the SEC slander goes on. But I can't promise anything. You know, look, I've said it 100 times. The call-in show is not about me. It's about the callers. I can't control what they say. I can only control, well, barely control what I say. And that's not even a promise. Slim Shady Canes. Dylan Mullins. Tulane makes the playoffs.
Dying, right?
Oh my God!
Dying, right?
Oh my God!
Dying, right?
Oh my God!
VicTube is here. VicTube Productions in the house. Big Vol Daddy. See you Friday, Pete. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Vandy Dandy. Sea-Dog and Jackpot are scared to bet me. Well, the reason Jackpot's scared to bet you is because he's already $100 in the hole against me. You know, I'm sure. Yeah. So I've got Sea-Dog has a bunch of bets out, and Sea-Dog's wife had to tell him stop betting people that Georgia Tech's gonna make a bowl. God damn, that's how you know you're down bad. When your wife starts telling you to stop betting people that you're gonna make a bowl. Ah, damn. Drew. He says that the Florida man will disappear first. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a pretty good candidate for the first fan base to disappear off of YouTube as the season starts. Florida, who else? You know what? This is a good segment. Who else other than the Florida man will disappear first off of YouTube comment sections due to the lack of production on the field and not living up to their way lofty expectations? Well, first of all, I can tell you right now, if Clemson were to lose to Duke, I'm not going anywhere. Hell, they can go 0-12. I'm not going anywhere. I've been hearing that shit for 6 years. Still here. Jack Moreno, Brad Pitt. Christy is here. What's up, Christy? Mrs. Peete. Pete is in the orange room. I'm kind of disappointed because these lights aren't orange. They just come across that way on the webcam. They're actually hot pink. That was the look I was going for. You know, I was going to. My idea was to have hot pink lights and drink a Bud Light and piss everybody off. It didn't work out that way though. I don't know what it is. Maybe I need a new webcam. Broski Bear, Stingrays in the house. Dog behind enemy lines, what's up? Wet Blanket, Twisted Rooster. Pete promises not to make any promises. Now that's a promise. Now I'm confused. And look, I'm not that smart, so I'm easily confused. But I don't even know what you mean by that. B Bean is here. All right. Well, let's see if anybody decided to call in tonight. Otherwise, it'll be a short show. What is up? You're on with Pete.
Oh, hold on. I didn't know you were getting to the calls this quick. Hey, how you doing?
I'm amazing and fantastic. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good too. Actually, though, I don't know if this is okay or not. The only reason I'm calling in, I'm wondering if you can just put me in the back room, and if anybody comes on and does SEC slander, can you immediately put me back on?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I'll put him in the back room. I think we might be able to get somebody to slander the SEC. And let's see how long he hangs on. What's up? You're on with Pete.
Yeah, go ahead and bring him back. I'll start slandering.
All right, here we go. It didn't take long. Well, you didn't have to wait long, buddy.
Yeah, I'm waiting on some slander.
Yeah, slander him.
The Sun Belt's a better conference than the SEC. Prove me wrong.
Yep, this is funny from a Miami fan, a guy that's in the worst conference in the Power Five and still can't win it. 19 years and counting. Wow, 5 rings, Ed Reed, whoopity fucking do. Another has-been program from the state of Florida. Hey, breaking news. The 80s, 90s, and 2000s are over, and so is college football in the entire state of Florida.
You mean when UGA was completely irrelevant and dead program as well? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, that time period. 20, 30 years ago. Yes, that's what exactly the time period I'm talking about.
So the opinion of a person from a dead program that resurrected itself saying my program's dead and won't resurrect itself goes about as far as jackpot in a 40-yard dash.
Right. Well, the problem is you were irrelevant for 80 years before you were good, and you've been irrelevant for 20 years since. So, I mean, other than that 20-year period, the entire state of Florida has been garbage, and you're right there in it. So enjoy your mediocrity. I don't know what else to tell you, but the idea that the SEC is not as good as the Sun Belt is absolutely hilarious coming from somebody in the ACC, a conference that can't even get out of its own way. Hey, congratulations on another $12 TV deal with the goddamn CW. What a fucking joke. The CW? You know what y'all should be on? The goddamn Cartoon Network. That would make a lot more sense.
You mean the best conference in the whole nation?
Or they could be on the
legit Heisman contender as a cast-off from the ACC. He wasn't good enough to make it in the ACC. We threw him over to y'all, and he comes in and dominates the majority of the conference.
So now you want to compare Heisman winners from conference to conference? Okay, let's go.
No, I pulled up a very specific example.
No. Yeah, I didn't think so. Is there anything you want to compare ACC to SEC?
Do you know what would be better than the CW for ACC broadcasting?
What?
The PigskinPeete channel. That's what.
More people would watch.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn. They might as well put it on Hulu at this point.
Shit, I don't even think Hulu has it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Does YouTube TV have it?
Who knows? That's the point. Nobody knows. If you put a gun to my head and told me to find the CW, I'd be a dead motherfucker.
Ah, damn.
Nobody knows where that channel is.
This is almost as bad as the Pac-12 streaming on Amazon or whatever, or Apple TV or whatever the hell. What are they doing? The Pac-12.
They don't even know that. Yeah, they're even worse. They don't even have a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're lost in one of those petrified forests out there in California.
Yeah, the Pac-12 fans would do anything to have their games broadcast on the CW. That's sad.
What the Pac-12's going to do? The Pac-12's going to hang up a bunch of white sheets on the side of abandoned buildings and broadcast the games there on that old 8mm film, which is great because you can shit on the sidewalk and watch the football game at the same time. And we all know, those West Coast people are weird.
Yeah.
They shit
Now,
on the
how dare
sidewalk
they
and live there.
How dare they steal Tennessee's idea like that, though? That really, I mean, come up with your own idea.
Tennessee shits on the sidewalk.
So what you're saying is the Pac-12 they're gonna broadcast like via like a projection system on the side of a building?
Abandoned buildings.
Abandoned buildings.
Yeah. That way, when people are shitting on the sidewalk, they can watch Southern Cal not tackle anybody.
Oh.
And then for the record, yes, the people of Knoxville do shit on the sidewalks.
I tried to do a members-only stream last year. Well, I didn't try. I actually did it. But I had to jump through so many hoops. I had to download some app. I don't even know what app it was. And the quality of it was terrible. And so they're about to even get worse than that. What are they doing over there?
Yeah, I don't know. You don't know. Slim doesn't even know, and he knows everything.
I do. I know everything, and I can't even tell you.
Well, you don't know everything. You just said the Sun Belt was better than the SEC. That's the potato talk, even for me.
No.
Please don't do it.
I had to get him started somehow. That was my goal, just get him started.
Yeah, that was great, but I was kind of hoping somebody would call up with like actual slander that they believed.
Now, okay, I do have to. I'm about sick and tired of hearing this Middle Tennessee crap, especially from somebody named Sarah in the comment section that claims to be a Georgia fan. Sir, I don't want to hear anything about Middle Tennessee when Georgia's winless all time against Holy Cross.
Well, he's not here to defend himself.
He needs to get here and defend himself.
Well,
but wait a minute.
Kirby's never lost to a group of 5 team, and Mario's never beat Middle Tennessee State. So,
well, that's fine.
Yeah,
but that wasn't his argument. But I got to deal with the dumb things that Miami fans say. So other Georgia fans got to deal with the dumb things that come out of other Georgia fans' mouths.
Okay.
I'm getting yelled at over here.
He looks like he's in a fucking spaceship.
Yeah, this is not. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it as bright in that room as it looks to us?
No, it's not bright at all. Actually,
bright ass lights.
No, it's actually really dim.
It's bright as crap.
Yeah, it's actually really dim. Yeah, that I told you. The way it looks on the webcam is not the way it looks in here to me at all.
You need to get it pulsating to some music.
All right.
I think people think you're kidding, but you bought pink lights, like you.
Yeah, I bought hot pink lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the intention. And
I've tried it on a couple of different screens too, like my phone, the TV, the computer. It looks, for whatever reason, it looks orange over the broadcast.
Well, I guess I'm lucky that if it was going to change colors on the webcam, it turned to orange and not something like garnet or something like that. I guess I got lucky in that respect.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted songs and blinking lights. I can make that happen. Ready?
Yeah.
Whole lot of taters in this motherfucker. It's a whole lot of taters in this motherfucker.
Oh, I see Little Peete.
Yeah.
A lot of teams, they think they be great, but we break the mold. And you know that we gon' see hate, cause we 8-0. And I'm coming to ideate and create a vote. And I'm about to do a remake when we take the gold from the leprechaun look. Don't listen to them talking heads, their narratives weak. Too me get on the TV and they yammer on so frequently. Oh yeah, they're talented, but playing.
Hey, that's Slim Shady's favorite rapper right there.
Yes, absolutely. Or not.
You need to give a seizure warning in that.
Yeah.
There was no trigger warning for people with epilepsy at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to give one either. He said, Roger Dodger said now it's pink. Is that true? I couldn't see what it looked like.
You know what?
I mean,
for whatever reason now it looks pinker than it did before for sure. It still looks a little orangish, but like by your windows, especially for some reason, it does look pink now. But you know, when you flash lights like that, your camera is always trying to figure out what the fuck you're doing with colors and autofocusing and all that shit. So it who knows, but it does look pinker now.
Well, the room looks way cooler in person than it does on the webcam. I know that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Nate telling me all about it.
Yeah.
When he comes to visit you for 2 weeks.
Yeah, maybe Slim come down. We can sit in the pink room and drink a Bud Light together. What do you think about that, Slim?
I'm with you, buddy. Let's do it.
All right. What's wrong with pink?
I have some exciting news I'd like to share.
What?
Well, Pete, you know how I've been shaving my balls for a while. Well, I got an email today from the Manscaped people.
Well, first of all, how would I know that you've been shaving your balls for a while?
Oh, don't play dumb with me. But
what is going on here?
The Manscaped people are going to send me a bunch of free shit.
Are they going to sponsor the Uncle Lou show?
Well, we're working on that part of it now, but
damn,
they're sending me a bunch of shit now, bunch of ball trimming gear.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, you know why? Because I went on their website because I do like to manscape myself. You can ask Mrs. Peete, but they're expensive.
Oh yeah,
they are.
Yeah.
I got it for Father's Day, and they're not cheap.
I want to say like the base set. I don't even know what it all includes: ball shavers and whatnot. Like $250. I mean,
I guess they have like a beard trimming thing too. They're sending me both of them. They just told me be careful, don't get them mixed up after you start using them.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, I can tell you, if you do mix them up, you're as smart as Lance from Jasper.
Yeah, I don't want to shave my face with my ball shaving gear.
No.
Well, now this isn't quite as gross as that, but you know, Mrs. Peete uses my face razor to shave her to womanscape.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's fine with me. I'm just saying. But yeah, I actually did go on that website and yeah, it was like $200 for the just for the I don't know what they call the kits there, but so you're gonna get free stuff.
Yeah, they're sending it out.
Oh.
A ball shaving kit and a beard shaving kit.
You're getting all kinds of free stuff. You got a free chair.
Yeah, I still got to make that video too. They're mad at me.
Well, I mean, let's be serious. Now, not that you would do this because you're obviously an upstanding gentleman, but let's say that you didn't make the video. Then what?
Yeah, well, I don't think there's anything they can do.
Yeah.
I can sign a contract or whatever, but I should probably, I mean, you know.
I mean, they may send a repo man over there.
Yeah, you don't want to burn no bridges. It's a good chair, too.
Yeah.
So.
What's the name of the chair?
What the problem is, I was telling somebody this deal. I think maybe in the morning show I was talking about it. They want me to make a 5-minute video just about the chair. That's stupid.
Yeah, that is stupid.
No one's going to watch that.
No.
Like, I don't understand these marketing people at these places. They should just let me insert. They should do what DraftKings and everybody else does. Just insert a 60-second ad read in the middle of whatever video I'm doing. No one's going to click on a video called, "Hey, this is my new chair." No one cares.
What about sponsoring like the call-in show or something? They would get more people probably buy their chair off of that than they would off of making a video.
I've tried telling DraftKings that too.
Yeah.
I don't understand what they don't understand. Some of these marketing people aren't too smart, but you're right. More people watch an uploaded video than watch a live stream, but the people that watch live streams are way more likely to buy something because you ask them to than people that watch a regular video.
Yeah, and you're not even asking them to buy anything. You're just, just letting them know what it is.
Right.
I'm a sucker that way. I mean, not necessarily a sucker, but if somebody promotes something that works for my life, I'm way more likely to buy it than
Roger Dodger says I should shave my balls on the chair.
Yeah, do that. You know what you should do?
For one sponsorship video.
You know what you should do? You should go on Edward's live stream and shave your balls.
I'm pretty sure that's against protocol.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, looking forward to whipping y'all's ass on Saturday in the softball game.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that.
You mean next year? A year from Saturday?
Rumor is if Team Raj wins again, that's it for the softball. We're not doing it anymore.
Oh, who said that? Raj?
I don't know. That's what I heard. And if y'all win, we're going to do it one more time, like a rubber match. But
yeah, sounds about right.
So
then it's a bowling tournament from then on.
Right. Yeah, that'd be great. Gentlemen, have a great evening.
All right. See you later, Lou.
All right, buddy.
Later, bye.
Who is that? Nature Boy said Blue Chew is next in line. Look, I know what Blue Chew is. Look, if they sent me a Blue Chew in the mail and said we were thinking about sponsoring the Pigskin Pete show, I would take a couple of Blue Chews. I don't even know. You take one or two or three, I don't know, and let you know how it went. Yeah,
better yet, if you take the Blue Chew and have Mrs. Pete give the review.
That's actually a better idea. Yeah, definitely. You're right. I'll hold on to your hats for this one, Slim. What's up? You're on with Pete and Slim Shady.
First of all, this is Nate the Great, by the way. How's everyone doing?
How you doing, Nate?
I'm sure I'm doing good. Why you bring up the Blue Chew?
I didn't bring it up. Somebody in the chat brought it up.
Oh, well.
Did you finish cutting the yard, Nate?
No. I did cut the yard, Pete. If you weren't watching the earlier on the BVD channel, but anyway, the Blue Chew I heard is pretty bad.
Who'd you hear that from?
I haven't tried it.
Well, first of all, I don't need it either, and I'm 42, about to turn 43. How old are you? 20?
21.
Yeah, you don't need. You definitely don't need it. Well, you shouldn't anyway.
Well, I'm thinking about it. But anyway,
don't
rethink it, Nate.
Yeah, rethink it. God, that would be a disaster. Imagine Nate took a Blue Chew. Good God, you might end up on one of my segments on the midday show with the news. You do that.
Get some girls.
I'm gonna take 4 of them before the softball game.
Man, I wish I went to a softball game, but I'm getting to myself to, or trying to get myself to go to softball game next year. Trying to get me to go there. So,
well, we hope to see you, but
yeah.
I mean, the amount of places that you want to go versus the amount of places that you could possibly go are way far apart.
No, I get that, and
yeah.
Also, but like I said, or like some famous person said, you can go to the trips that you can go wherever you can go. I forgot what they really said, but it's something about.
It must be a famous wise man that said that.
It's probably me. But anyway.
Right.
If I can go back in time and tell my younger self.
To your younger self, what, when you were 12?
No, like 6 or 12.
Oh, 6. God. All right, yeah.
Before I would tell myself, do not go on Tinder or the site. It's really bad for you.
Yeah, don't go on Tinder or the site. But you know what? You don't have to go back to when you were 6 or 12. We told you that. Or at least I did. You just didn't listen.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the big thing. I'm sorry. You know, I actually, how do you, I don't know if you want to do it at the end of the show, but I really want you to react to my mukbang video.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. This is a college football call-in show. I've actually allowed a lot more talk that's not college football related already. And we're only 35 minutes into this thing. Oh, okay. The chances that I play a mukbang video on this call-in show are less than 0.
Okay, understood.
All right.
But last thing, actually last prediction. Last thing I was going to say. Ohio State is soft as Ryan's Day's cheek. And mouth. I'll shut up. Okay, have a good day.
All right.
What?
Listen, I love Nate, but I feel like he feels like he has some sort of obligation to call into every single YouTube show on the internet 24 hours a day. Does it not seem that way?
It can come across that way.
Yeah. And again, I love Nate.
Is it probably, the best decision in the world for, Nate to be hanging around live streams at 4 a.m. on YouTube? Probably not.
Well, I don't know. I kind of get it. What's up? You're on with Pete and Slim Shady.
What's up, Pete?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, I called into the show a few days ago, and I asked for the top 5 teams in the ACC, and then we started talking about the Carolina Panthers for a minute.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember you.
I'm kind of in like a rant mode right now because I'm a North Carolina fan, as I think you know. NC State fans are really annoying.
Well, you're in the right place. If you want to rant, I mean, I can just put my mic on mute and let you do your thing. I love a good rant.
It's not that big of a rant.
It's not that big of a rant. Well, it's not a rant then. Go ahead. Let's see what you got. Go for it.
I'm just going to talk about every single fan base in the ACC. Okay, NC State. Your team is a joke. Your fans are annoying. Your school is easy to get into. And Carolina's going to beat you by 50 this year. That's just reality. You might go 4-8. Your coach is a piece of crap. And, yeah, I hate you. Screw off. NC State. Miami. Good Lord. Middle Tennessee State. Good God. You haven't beat Carolina in 5 years. Like, what are you doing? We've owned you ever since you got to the ACC. You're pathetic and sad, and you're going to be terrible again this year. Tommy Van Dyke's overrated as heck, and, the offensive line's garbage. Mario can recruit, but he can't coach. So, yeah. Florida State, this is going to make me pretty much the most mad. True Seminole, because I watched the ACC show, great show. True Seminole has got to be like the dumbest person, because Florida State didn't do anything, in my opinion, last year. They beat a bunch of terrible teams, got the shootouts with terrible teams like Oklahoma and Florida, lost to Wake Forest, who Carolina beat last year. And, all their defense is coming back, but their defense was atrocious last year. Mark my words, this year, ACC championship, Clemson versus North Carolina. I feel like we have the best offense in the entire league, and our defense, it's not good, but I feel like it's definitely going to be improved because all of our best players are back. We get some injured players back as well. We did a lot of good work through the transfer portal. getting guys who have tons of experience from high-profile schools, including in the ACC. So I think it'll be Clemson beats UNC in the conference championship. I'm actually going to the Clemson UNC game in Death Valley, so that's pretty exciting. So yeah, also Duke fans. I mean, there's no Duke. Also, no, there's Duke fans. They were just basketball fans, and now because they had one mediocre year in football, I mean, you're going to get killed by Clemson in week 1. That's just reality. Cry about it. Your team's not that talented. Mike Elko lose some weight. And, yeah, so Duke is 5-7, maybe. And there's Louisville, overrated as heck. Jack Plummer ain't no good. I don't care if he plays the Brom system. He's just not good. Can't name another player on your team. Georgia Tech, Sea-Dog, you're not making a bowl. That's just reality. Haynes King is nothing. The defense still sucks. And Brent Key was a terrible hire. Just because you lucked your way into one win over Carolina last year doesn't mean we own you. I mean, you own us. We're going to beat in Atlanta pretty easily this year. My prediction for the Tar Heels is 9-3 or 10-2. I think this could be a really good year. We'll see a Mac Brown things up again. But this is truly the year where we have to take advantage of our situation because, you know, we're not going to be that good next year because we're losing a lot of players in the NFL. So we have to take advantage. So, goodbye.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest.
Hold on now.
You had me up until Mike Elko lose some weight. I mean, Mac Brown looks like he ate the 20-year-old Mac Brown.
There's a lot to unpack from there. First of all, so he's a North Carolina fan. What is it with North Carolina fans that can whisper yell? This is a talent in itself. Now, whisper yelling is not something that I would recommend for anybody to go on a YouTube show or do their own YouTube and do because the two things are completely opposites. But he managed to do it. He also said, he said, not me, this is what he said, word for word. He said, I have North Carolina going 9-3, but they're 10-2. Now, what does that even mean?
People are like, oh, dude, you fucking roasted or you roasted.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Plus, might I add, it's also really rude that I thought me and you were respectfully very quiet, let him rant. He was very quiet, too.
I wouldn't call that a rant.
Yeah, well, whatever you want to call it. And then just immediately dips out and allows no rebuttal. How rude.
I think people see other people rant on the internet and they think, oh, I could do that. I do that all the time. Well, it's a whole different thing to actually do it, than watching somebody else do it.
Although, I agree with his whole spiel for the most part about Miami, except for Mario can't coach. I don't really agree with that. But let's not talk about how bad Miami's offensive line is when one of your starting offensive linemen transferred from Miami.
Well, I was waiting for him to rant. I was waiting to get pumped up, and it just didn't do it, you know?
Yeah.
I
It felt
know.
flatter than if you hadn't had Blue Chew.
Right. Right. Let me show this guy what a rant looks like. No, I'm not saying it's a good rant, but at least it's a rant.
Hey, sometimes it's about quantity over quality.
Let's see here.
Hey, Dad, I got an A in my book report.
That's cool.
I don't know who this idiot running ads on his channel is.
Single flea or take on me.
All the sports, right? Here's the ironic thing, and also...
All right, here we go. I don't even know which one this is. I think this is the Canada one. Were you the one that told me that commissioned me to rant about Canada?
Yes, I was.
You were, yeah. I think you were.
You and how many Americans in general do you think even know what the capital of Canada is? Huh? You don't, do you? Most of you don't. Shit. You want to know why? Because nobody cares. The only reason that people even know who runs that crap country is because he's always in the news for doing some dumb shit, isn't he? Justin Trudeau. Good God almighty. This is the best that you guys have to offer? The only thing worse
And it's
than
not
a
because I don't
leader
like Canadians.
of a country than Justin Trudeau is that walking and talking vegetable that we've got in the White House right now. God, they might be the two worst. Between the two of them, they've got an IQ of 12. I'm going to run that dump of a country into a bigger dump. What else we got here? Oh my God. Let's talk about some of the people. Let's talk about some of the famous Canadians. A really good example of this. I don't even know if you consider them famous. I guess they are because they have a TV show on the History Channel. Have you guys heard of the Oak Island brothers, the Oak Island boys? Because they're Oak Island boys and they're trying to find that treasure. God, these are the two biggest idiots in Canada. The best part about them, I bet a lot of you guys didn't know this, but through my research and development team, we did find out that both of these guys went to school in the United States of America. That's right, they're Canadians.
First of all, the Hawaiian shirt makes the rant even better. Stop hating. Stop hating on the Hawaiian shirts. What's wrong with you people? First you're hating on pink lights. Now you're hating on Hawaiian shirts.
One of them
Might I
went to
make a
University of
suggestion
Michigan.
with
I don't know
Hawaiian
where the
shirts,
other.
though?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Grow out to like the Tom Selleck mustache to go with it.
No, that's not happening. I mean, if it was 1989, I would. But it's not.
The other one went. But you guys know who I'm talking about.
I mean, mullets are coming back,
Names.
so
I
I
don't even know
mean-
their names. I had to write them down. It's Marty and Rick Legina. I don't know if it was Legina or Legina, but you can use your imagination on that. The Oak Island boys. These two idiots have spent their entire adult life looking for a treasure on a tiny little island in Nova Scotia. This is what happens when you have too little brains and too much money. Now, one of these idiots, Marty, I think it is, Marty is worth $2 million. That's his net worth, according to the Google machine. $2 million. Do you know how he amassed this fortune, this Marty Legina guy? He was a retired U.S. postal worker. Now, first of all, that's news to me. I didn't know you could become a millionaire by being a postal worker in the United States.
Who said that?
I guess I chose the wrong job.
Sooner Man. Yeah, the money pit.
On YouTube right now.
The money. Sooner Man says the money pit. You wouldn't know what the money pit was? Buying that stupid ass island and digging on it for 7 years. That's the money pit. Listen, even if they did find the fucking treasure, they'd be lucky to get back the money they spent trying to find it.
That was shit. That was a bigger mistake than Marty made. Rick Regina, he is the finance of the operation.
Well, I'll tell you what, they got me hooked in there. I watched at least two. I'm telling you, I watched 2 or 3 seasons of that thing. I was on the edge of my chair every night or every week watching that thing. And then, you know, when they jumped the shark, whenever they dug down and they found a piece of wood and they started popping champagne, I said, fuck this show.
He's worth, according to the Google machine, over $100 million net worth. I thought they were richer than that. For some reason, I thought these guys were billionaires. I thought you had to be a billionaire to be able to buy some island in Nova Scotia. But then I was thinking about it. They probably paid $27.36 for that crap little island because there's nothing on there. But anyway, he made his money. He amassed his fortune through what? That's right. You guessed it. An energy company. Natural gas. Natural gas. So the one brother's got the money, the other one's got the ambition to spend the brother's money. So these two Mensa students come up with an idea to buy this little tiny island. It's like a mile wide and half a mile long. It's a tiny little island. Like I said, they probably paid about $27 for that thing. Because they're convinced, through all of their research and development, that there is not only some sort of like massive treasure on this island, but hold on to your hats for this one, folks. These two jabronis believe that the Ark of the Covenant is buried on
the Ark of the Covenant
Island. So what do? They spend their entire lives amassing enough money to buy this little crap hole island that nobody wanted other than them. And then they spend millions and millions of dollars and thousands of man hours digging holes all over this dumbass island looking for the Ark of the Covenant. And they've made about 12 seasons of this show on the History Channel that I can't even believe people watch this. I admit, I've seen it. That's the reason I know about it. But good God, I stopped watching after about 3 seasons when I realized you're not going to find nothing. And not only are they not going to find nothing, they haven't found nothing. The biggest find that these two idiots have found on that island is like a piece of petrified wood. They had a whole 4 episodes on how they dug down like 150 feet into this damn island. And what did they come up with? A couple of shreds of petrified wood. And they're going, oh my God, they're celebrating, popping champagne and shit. Oh, I'm like, shit, they actually found something. What'd you find? A piece of wood. This is the kind of idiots you got up there in Canada. What's next? Oh, we already talked a little bit about hockey. I'll get into hockey again in a minute.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's a 30-minute rant, but that's at least a crash course in ranting. This is not ranting. I think South Carolina's going to go 8-4. I think Spencer Rattler's overrated. Shane Beamer doesn't know what he's doing. It is his second year. We're going to finish 4th in the East. Like, that's not a rant.
I mean, now this is obviously a small sample size, but do you think that's something that's some kind of disability you contract from being a UNC fan?
Probably. Hey, who's a better ranter? The guy that just called in or Luke Walker? Is that hard of a question?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's really 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I mean, because I mean, he really seemed like angry Luke after a loss that he really didn't like.
Rackdog says Luke is a chill rant. I don't think that's even possible. How do you rant in a chill way?
Oxymoron.
You've got to be at least a little bit perturbed to rant.
Yeah.
You know. Twisted Rooster says he gives it to Luke. Man.
Or maybe Luke's dad who called in last Friday.
Who was that?
Friday before last. The Indiana fan.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not calm. I consider myself to be pretty laid back in general, like in real life. But when it comes to football talk, that gets me riled up. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much at all.
Well, I mean, It really should, though. I mean, because Clemson for a long time was in a very similar boat to what Miami's in now, or Miami's been in for the past 15, 20 years.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. They did go like 20 years without winning the ACC. If that's what you're comparing it to, that's true.
Yeah, and during that 20-year span, Clemson was a fairly mediocre team.
Yeah, I mean, they never had a season where they went like, 4-8 or 3-9 or.
Miami.
Huh?
Neither is Miami.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I mean, I that's probably a good comparison. But
I must say, it's kind of chilled me. I mean, that and there's a plethora of Miami fans saying stupid shit on YouTube.
Well, that's every fan base, sir. I will say this about Miami, though. They do seem to be, well, I would say outside of this offseason, most of them have been pretty quiet. For the first time in the last 6 years that I've been doing this is the most quiet that the Miami fans have been. But previous to that, though, and here's the other thing, too. Let's say Miami goes out there and goes 5-0, right? We went through Miami's schedule a couple of weeks ago on the ACC show, and I think that after 5 weeks or 6 weeks, we had them whatever it was, 4-2 or 3-3 or something. But if they go out there, if they're undefeated halfway through the season, they'll go right back to where they were, without question. It won't take much. Hell, it might even take that. They might go out there week 1 and look decent, and they'll be right back on that. You know how it goes.
Well, no, because I think much how I said when we were talking to Volusia the other day about how Clemson should play that game against Duke week 1, I got a feeling that's probably going to be much of Miami's game plan against Miami of Ohio. I think they're just going to come out and run the ball a lot, because Miami of Ohio is probably not going to be able to stop them. So, I mean, they'll get vocal then, but they'll be bitching and whining, much like because they did the same thing against UAB. UAB 2020.
Hey, what's up? You're on with Pete and Slim Shady.
Oh. Hello?
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 Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Do you think there's a way that a non-Power 5 conference team could get into the playoffs?
Do I think that a non-Power 5 team can get in the playoffs this year?
Yeah.
No. Not this year.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the playoffs, we're going into what, year 9 now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's been that's happened one time. So just by the law of averages, I'd say no.
Yeah.
Plus, when that one team got in there, I think a lot of it had to do with what they did over 2 seasons, not just the one.
Not only that, like a third of the teams, 80% of the teams, forget a third, of the non-Power 5 teams that would possibly get in the playoffs have now moved into the Power 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking a little bit like Tulane.
Tulane? Yeah, no. Yeah, Tulane's not making the playoffs.
What about New Year's 6?
Maybe. I mean, if Tulane goes 11-1 or undefeated, maybe they'll make a New Year's 6 game. They're not making the playoffs, though.
Yeah.
Are you a Tulane fan?
I'm a Kentucky fan.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So when you're a Kentucky fan, you got nothing to hope for. So
it's so bad in Kentucky that you're hoping for a Group of 5 team to make the playoffs? I'm trying to understand where you're coming from here.
I mean, I think Kentucky will have a good season, but we don't know how good Larry will be.
We don't know what?
How good Devin Larry, the transfer from
NC State. Yeah.
Will be.
Yeah, he's a good player.
I did watch a couple games of his last year, but I didn't watch the whole game.
Oh, what you talking about, Leary or Kentucky?
Larry.
Yeah.
I think I did watch the Clemson and NC State game, but that was early on in the season.
Right.
Yeah. That's all I got.
All right, man. Well, thank you for the call.
You're welcome.
To answer his question, no, there's not a group of 5 team making the playoffs this year. Cincinnati, Houston, UCF. Who am I missing here? There's 4 of them. All going to the Power 5.
Yeah.
So no.
Tulane isn't though. So I mean, if they keep their momentum rolling and go undefeated again.
Well, that's actually a good point. Like removing those other teams from the conversation might give Tulane a better opportunity, but I don't know how many of those teams that Tulane plays in the season, so I'm not sure it would really matter. Plus, this whole thing, it's like Tulane had a great year last year. Were they good last year? Yeah. Are they a playoff team in 2023?
Playoff team, man. Playoff team, man.
No.
Well, and it may have been you I was talking with about this. I get Cincinnati got put in there because, probably the only other team that you could have would have been A&M, who got, completely trounced by Alabama. But in my opinion, UCF had a better argument to be in there in 18.
We already talked about this. That was based on the schedule. So last year, Cincinnati played and beat a couple of Power 5 teams, including Notre Dame. That's why they got in. UCF didn't have that whenever their undefeated season.
I get that.
Yeah, that's why. Thank you, Nature Boy. Gifted a membership. Who got it? A Wet Blanket got it. Congratulations to Wet Blanket.
And I believe Esso got one earlier in the show.
This next call could go horribly wrong. What's up? You're on with Pete and Slim Shady Canes. Yeah, you might want to speak up.
Hello?
How do people not know what's going on? This is not rocket science.
Yeah, you might want to speak up. Hello?
Oh, jeez. Now
how do people not know what's going on? This is not rocket science.
No, I've got an issue. I can't hear you through my phone, but
fucking Nate calls in with no problem, but you have a problem with how to use your phone.
I can't hear you through my phone.
What does that mean? What'd you call in on your phone?
I'm talking, but I see you talking, Pete, but I can't hear you.
Well, turn off YouTube and listen to StreamYard. You didn't call YouTube, you called StreamYard.
I've got my volume turned all the way up. Hang on, I'll come back in. Let me figure this out.
I could probably train my fucking dog to call into StreamYard. That's how easy it is.
Well, as you so eloquently pointed out, Nate figured it out. Edward has figured it out.
Speaking of Nate, what do you want, Nate?
I need a conversation real quick with y'all. I don't know why y'all are complaining about me calling into every freaking
I didn't complain
show.
about it.
What?
So your answer to complaining about you calling into every show is to call back twice in one show.
Well, I'm just asking, why are you complaining?
I'm not complaining about it. I brought it up.
It was an observation,
Yeah.
not a complaint.
Well, I hear every time, why doesn't they keep calling the freaking Peete show or Lou show every freaking time? Well, because I freaking support them. That's
all right. See you later, Nate. What's up? You're on with Peete and Slim Shady.
All right, there we go. I got it figured out.
All right, that's good.
Sorry about that. I don't know why the hell I couldn't hear you on my phone, but anyway.
Yeah. What's up?
Apparently, I just found this kind of funny, and I think Slim Shady might find this kind of funny too. I've got a brother that's interning down at Miami, and but all of my little nieces and nephews, there's 6 of them. They're all now Miami fans, even though both of their parents went to Clemson, because my brother's interning in Miami, and it's like, no.
Sounds like good life choices.
Yeah, there's not really a rivalry between Clemson and Miami, because why would there be? I mean, Clemson's been in the ACC since it started, and Miami joined in, what was it, 2005 or 6? And haven't won it yet.
In there,
yeah, they haven't won it yet, so there's not really a rivalry there. Now, they have played each other a lot recently. They only, even Miami fans thank Clemson fans for getting Al Golden fired. So there's not really a hate there. Well, at least not on Clemson's part. I don't know. Most Miami fans that I know don't really have any issue with Clemson. So.
And I'm not with the whole thanking Clemson for firing Al Golden, because I think that was another one where they just pulled the trigger way too soon.
Did they really?
Yeah, because literally from the minute Al Golden got hired, what was it? Within 72 hours, that whole Nevin Spiro story broke. So they were under NCAA investigation for the first 2.5 years he was there. And they didn't even give him 2 years once they wrapped it up to try and do anything. You can't recruit while the NCAA's investigating you, because everybody's using it against you.
True. I just find it funny that the only reason that they like Miami, and they're all under the age of 10, but they just like Miami because my brother's there.
Well, that's normal. I mean, if you're 10 years old, your brain is basically the size of a peanut, so they're just not that smart.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, I mean, we can rehash this over how you've spent basically half of your life in the same position Miami's been in.
Yeah.
True.
I mean,
I grew up when Miami was dominating.
Yeah, I mean, look at people like Squid Tard. He's never seen Tennessee good, ever.
And now they don't shut up.
Well, it's kind of like Miami in 17. I mean, every Miami fan came out of the woodworks because they won 10 games.
It is true that most Clemson people under the age of maybe 25 or 20 do get on my nerves.
And you get on theirs, which is funny too.
Yeah, well, I get a lot of people's nerves. So. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there is something to be said for that. I mean, it's not just Clemson. I mean, think about all the Alabama fans. The young, I love Ballard, but let's use Ballard as an example. How old's Ballard? Mm-hmm. He's like 21, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, the last time that Alabama was terrible, I mean, he was like a toddler, or whatever. He was, I don't know how old.
Yeah.
And
he was
so
probably still in diapers.
Yeah, and so he doesn't know anything but Alabama being great. And so they have higher expectations for their program than somebody like I does, you know.
I does.
Or I do.
I do's. I just wanted to come on and share that because I think it's a kind of funny story how children and kids, they swing and sway.
Well, I mean, it was that way even when, you want to go back to when Miami was on top of college football. I mean, it almost, I would kind of equate it to how Alabama is now. It was almost a fashion trend to be a Miami fan.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And none of them have been to a Clemson game yet, so they don't understand the environment. I mean, I was raised going. We used to tailgate outside Little John when I was like 3 and 5, just really young, and it just ingrained in me. Like, I want to be a Clemson fan. I love it, and I think I was 6 or 7 years old when Woody Dantzler was there. And I had a picture taken with the Heisman Trophy, and that just helped cement it. It was just cool, good memories. Never went there.
What Heisman Trophy did you take a picture with? Because Woody Dantzler didn't win a Heisman Trophy.
No, he didn't. It was there.
There's not a Heisman Trophy on Clemson's campus. They've never won one.
No, but they had the trophy there.
They did?
Yeah, it was, I want to say the third to last game, because I think we played Carolina at Carolina that year. And it was...
so it was Carolina's Heisman Trophy. That's even worse. God, you took a holy shit. You took a picture with the Gamecocks Heisman Trophy with George Rogers?
No, I'm not that old, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. You said you took a picture with the Heisman Trophy.
They had the Heisman Trophy on campus. You know where they do
in Columbia?
The Tiger Tailgate. No, in Clemson.
Why was there a Heisman Trophy in Clemson? They'd never won one.
They had it there on display because he was a candidate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was a kid. And
I have a stroke over here.
No, don't do that, please.
It doesn't take much.
I mean, I got this past season I went to Clemson for the first time.
That was
it was
the
nice.
Michael Vick won it.
Oh God! Talking about bringing up bad memories. Jesus.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Slim.
Well, Deshaun Watson should have won the Heisman Trophy.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, well, he was up for it twice. Now, look, I will say I give it to Lamar Jackson the year that he was up against him, but the year that he lost it to, I think it was Derrick Henry. That shouldn't have happened. But
yeah.
Whatever.
It's all about the viewers and the votes on that.
Yeah, popularity contest. That's what that is.
Yeah, which I can't stand. I voted for Drake May last year.
Damn, last year? Really?
Yeah.
You don't think that Bryce?
I think he was just because he was on a worse team and he performed basically.
See, that's so yeah. I understand what you're saying. Well, the Heisman Trophy is supposed to be the most outstanding player, not the best player, the most outstanding player in college football. That's the terminology that they use. And so I think that Bryce Young was that guy.
You mean Caleb Williams?
Yeah, Caleb Williams, sorry. And he will be this year, too. He will be this year, too.
Williams, basically.
Huh?
I just don't like Caleb Williams straight up.
Why not?
He's a pretty boy.
You think Caleb Williams is a pretty boy? Really?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I don't get that vibe at all. I mean, I'd be more.
He did. There was a picture circulating at the time. He painted "fuck Utah" on his fingernail.
Yeah, he painted that. That did it for me. I was gonna vote for him.
Was that silly? Yeah. Does that make you? I don't know how that makes you a pretty boy.
Well, first off, painting your fingernails, but second off, that's a character thing, which character is.
All right, that's a different thing than calling somebody a pretty boy.
He's in LA.
Is it because he painted his fingernail? That's why?
Well, he painted his fingernails and he's in LA, and I just.
Yeah, I don't see the correlation. I mean, the guy's an absolute beast on the football field.
I kind of get your character argument a little, but I'm not really sure that it should be taken into consideration, though. I mean, nobody's holding up.
It used to be, but it's not anymore.
I'm not even sure that it used to be.
It absolutely used to be a thing about the most outstanding player with the most character. That's why you see a lot of
well, if that's the case, Johnny Manziel wouldn't have had a shot in hell at winning the Heisman.
Yeah, neither would Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, it's not. It's
That's
not
where
about
I was
that.
fixing to go with that was Baker.
And Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, it's not about that. It's about it's a stat and popularity award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which.
And, yeah, I know you're not going to like this, Pete. I know, Pete, you're not going to like this. I think Chase Bryce should have won it a few years ago.
Chase Bryce at App State or at Clemson? Yeah, App State, obviously.
Yeah, that was my next question.
All right.
You said Chase Bryce.
Not Chase Bryce. Yeah, not Chase Bryce.
Yeah.
Oh God, that DN from Ohio State.
I said that
Chase
too.
Young.
Yeah, Chase Young.
Yeah,
he was great.
I said that too at the time, and I hate Ohio State.
Dominant on the field.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All kinds of offenses.
I think there's a few defensive players over the years that should have won it.
But it's not a defensive award. I mean, what they've only given it to one?
Well, that's a problem.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
it
they've
is.
given it to more than one. He was just the last one that won it.
That's the problem. Look, first of all, there's too many Heisman voters, and half of the people that vote on the Heisman don't even watch college football. That's the first thing they need to correct. I mean, I think fucking Colin Cowherd has a vote on college football. Does anybody believe that he should be voting for the Heisman in any situation? And that's just one example.
Can I say hell no?
What's the guy?
Cowherd watches college football, but I don't think he watches any team.
No, sir.
He just watches highlights and then looks.
What's the other one? Mad Dog. Jesus Christ. He even admits he doesn't watch it. He's still a voter. How sad is that? Imagine somebody coming on and broadcasting out to millions of people. I don't even watch college football. I think it's stupid. I like the NFL better. I like baseball better. I like tennis better. I like golf better. I like fucking cricket better. And you give him a vote on the Heisman? You got to be kidding me.
Stay out the damn sport.
I'm about to get mad now.
I mean that makes as much sense as putting Condoleezza Rice on the playoff committee.
Well, you know what? You might be right about that.
Yeah, I remember that. That was hilarious to me.
Yeah, she's really good at getting us into wars we shouldn't be in. So she should vote on the college football playoff. All right.
I'm not even talking about anything to do with their job, but I mean, does anybody actually think that Condoleezza Rice watches college football?
I mean, she might watch it. I mean, Mrs. Peete watches every game. But should she be on the committee?
Worry about.
Can you imagine Mrs. Peete on the playoff committee?
I'm saying enough college football that you should be voting for who makes the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
but
I mean, I don't think Condoleezza Rice watches as much as I do, and I'll pretty much watch just about any college football game that's on TV.
Me too. I can't wait. What are we? 49 days away? No, less than that.
38 days until week 0. I think we're about 45 days till Clemson plays. That's on a Monday, so 43 days until the first kickoff Saturday.
My ass gonna be planted on a couch.
Oh, sorry, 37 days.
Can I say I'm absolutely disappointed in the slate of games for week 0 again this year?
It always is.
Yeah, they can give us something because they gave us Miami and Florida in 2019. Okay, that's a reason to be excited for week 0 if you're a college football fan. It's a rivalry game, doesn't get played often. Put something on week 0 for people that want to watch college football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think the other side of that is they feel like it's week 0 and everybody's starving for football, so we can throw on fucking Vanderbilt and Hawaii and there'll be millions of people watching it just because they want to watch a football game.
Well,
you know,
wouldn't that technically help those smaller schools because they get?
Well, I guess that's their time to shine. I guess. I mean, listen, I'm gonna watch it. Hell, I might stream that game. You know, I don't know what time.
That's probably what they're thinking, and then they know that they can make more money on and get more viewers elsewhere.
Yeah.
It's all about the numbers and eyes on TVs.
Right.
So, hey, I appreciate y'all having me on.
All right, man. I appreciate the call. I'm glad you called back in after that. After the first one.
Yeah, it was embarrassing, but I don't know what the hell happened with my phone because I mean, my mic was working and showed it was working. I could hear y'all through it, and then I came.
Yeah, I don't know either, but you got it figured out, so that's all that matters.
Anyways, I do want to say I don't know. I hope to see if my brother is actually able to get on the sideline during Miami home games.
They'll let anybody on the sideline, sir.
Yeah, it's like Georgia Tech.
Yeah, you know what's really crazy?
They let Sea-Dog on the sideline last year. That's how hard up they were.
Sea-Dog basically got to coach the spring game.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
At the training facility, he's actually seen that Geno Smith, Deshaun Watson, Odell Beckham, like a whole bunch of people, whole bunch of like famous stars just randomly show up in Miami and practice.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, which cool for him, but I don't know how much that's doing for Miami.
Yeah.
Is that helping recruiting?
I mean, I don't see it helping in recruiting necessarily. I mean, you know, maybe if some of the players are in the gym same time they show up.
Well, I mean, they obviously are putting it out on social media and stuff like that.
Well, that's just smart marketing.
Yeah. Hey, listen, hey, buddy, I got to move on. But
no problem.
Yeah,
No problem.
Yeah, thanks for the call.
Y'all have a good night.
You too.
You too.
Nate, I haven't been paying attention to the chat because, you know, I'm doing a call-in show. He's all butthurt about me hanging up on him. The list of people that I would pick up 2 phone calls from in the same call-in show is about less than 5. What's up? You're on with Pete and Slim Shady.
And TriStar's on that list.
No, you're not. But welcome to the show.
How y'all doing?
Can you roll your window up? It sounds like you're inside of a tornado. What is this? Twister? Were you Bill Paxton?
No. I'm actually, well, my truck's running, and I'm using my gaming headset. They said it sounds better.
Yeah, it sounds like you're on the set of Twister 2.
Was there just like a lot of background noise or something?
Yeah, it sounds like you're inside of a wind tunnel.
Hold on. How about now?
Yeah, it sounds the same.
That's not any better? How about now? Anyways, I just wanted to say we got Mike Matthews. I'm glad. He was apparently a silent commit to Clemson. We got him. He's coming to the right place, coming to the right offense. And Alabama fans are fucking delusional because they think they're going 15-0 this year when they're not even going to make the SEC championship. Anyways, since obviously I'm having mic problems, have a good night. And as always, fuck the Tater Man.
Well, that wasn't very nice.
Look, this guy has been calling in for the better part of a year, maybe over a year now. And 85% of the time, he's got some kind of microphone problem. If you can't figure out the microphone problem within a year, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, the last guy that called in had a microphone problem. He figured it out in 4 seconds. I don't even know. What did he say?
Tennessee won the July recruiting championship. And delusional Bama fans.
Let me ask you a question. Call back in, guy. I'm willing to listen to that wind turbine for another 3 minutes just for you to answer my question. That was Bystar or TriStar or whatever his name is. He calls into every college football YouTube show 24 hours a day, kind of like Nate. Does he have that same problem on their shows, or is it just on mine every time?
I've seen him come on to Vic's show, but he was parked.
Even when he's parked, he called in one time, the same shit was happening. He goes, well, I'm parked right now. And I go, well, why does it sound like you're in a wind tunnel? He goes, oh, I got my air condition on. It's like, there's nothing I think he's only ever called in one time where it didn't sound like that. I don't know what's wrong with people. I do these call-in shows and the midday show and on the Lunch Money show. I do all these shows a year round, and like at least like 30% of the people that call in, there's people yelling in the background. There's machines, there's heavy machinery going off. It's like, look, I understand. I've got kids. All right. So even sometimes in my own house, like the kids will be screaming or something will happen in the house. I push the mute button. It's really not that hard. There's a mute button on every single microphone manufactured in the world. And there's one on StreamYard too.
Yeah, there is. As a matter of fact, it's been my impromptu cough button tonight.
What's up? You're on with Slim Shady and Pete.
My man.
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, I'm just doing a call-in show. What are you doing?
I don't know. Those tiger paws look a lot better back there in hot pink.
Is it pink though?
It is pink though.
Oh, is it?
It was orange earlier.
Yeah, I don't know what's up. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, it's phasing in and out. I was going to say, you don't expect Nate to call in twice in a row, but you got hot pink flashing lights going on.
Yeah. Well, I bought pink on purpose.
Did you?
Yeah.
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 Just for Nate?
No, for me.
Oh, for you?
Yeah, I like pink. You got a problem with that?
No, I ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah.
Man. You do you, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to call and say I'm excited about this weekend. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited too. It is going to be fun.
We're starting to do more things more often, but it still seems like it's a long time in between,
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem like it's been a year since the last time we did this. I guess it's because we had the Slob Olympics, 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah. It's going to be fun, man. Well, I just wanted to call in and say I'll probably call in the next 20 minutes just to call in twice in a row.
All right, thank you.
Later.
What is up? You're on with Pete and Slim Shady Canes. Welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. Good evening.
Hey.
I hope my mic is clear and
You sound great.
Have any problems? Okay. I actually have a football question.
Okay, that would be amazing. A football question.
I'd like to know 3 levels of performance for Clemson this season, expectation, potentially from both of you guys. What would you consider overperforming in terms of number of losses, like undefeated, New Year's Six, performing as expected, and then most important of all, underperforming? Just in terms of number of losses, you don't have to identify, which teams potentially or anything.
Yeah, so I think realistically, well, first of all, I have Clemson going 11-1, and where that loss comes from, I don't know, and that's mainly because I just don't pick Clemson to go 12-0 or anybody to go 12-0 based on odds. I mean, the odds that anybody goes undefeated in the regular season is very low. It doesn't matter who it is. So I had to find a loss on the schedule. Now, having said that, I think that the threshold for what Clemson could lose would be probably 10-2. I would say that'd be the worst case scenario. So let's say they might lose to, I don't know. Well, here's the 3 teams I think they could lose to. It's Florida State, although it is in Death Valley. It's Notre Dame, although that's in Death Valley, and of course South Carolina on the road at the end of the year. I think the rest of them, barring some sort of major catastrophe or injury to Cade Klubnik or something, I don't see them losing any of the other ones. What was the other question? 2 questions?
Well, that was it. It was just a 3-part question about what would be underperforming then or severely disappointing, because I don't think that 10-2 in the regular season is terrible.
I don't either.
11-1 is well, then I'll have the follow on is at 11-1 and you win the ACC. At 12-1, can Clemson get in the playoff?
Absolutely. Yeah,
without question.
The only scenario where Clemson would not get in the playoffs at 12-1 is if they lost the ACC championship game, and that was their loss, right? 12-1 with an ACC championship loss, or if one of their losses during the regular season was a blowout. No, in other words, if they lost by 30 points to whoever, Wake Forest or Duke or something like that. Anything outside of that, or even South Carolina, because here's the other thing about the playoff committee that we've learned is there is recency bias in the playoff committee. So you're much better off losing a game early in the season than you are late in the season. So,
well, I'm not sure if I agree with that, because TCU lost the Big 12 title game and still got in.
But what fashion did they lose in?
I believe it was overtime.
Yeah, well, that's my point. It wasn't a blowout.
Heartbreak finishes. It wasn't like the Georgia game where it was over before they got off the plane.
Right. Now, I'm going to disagree with you on something else too. I'm with you with I don't pick anybody, including my own team, to go undefeated for the same reasons. But I actually think it's going to be somebody you wouldn't expect versus one of the 3 teams that you're expecting it probably comes from.
Well,
I look at Georgia's schedule and I see only one where they're even challenged.
Is that Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's simply because of how everybody's hyping Tennessee, because we gave them such a New Year's gift on national television. I don't.
Yeah.
Given the loss of the Oklahoma game or walking away from however that happened, Georgia should romp through that schedule.
They should. I would say the only other game other than Tennessee. Let's run through their schedule. I don't want to talk about the out of conference is no good. So that's all wins. They'll beat the shit out of Auburn. They're going to trounce Florida. They'll beat Kentucky. They'll beat Missouri. I know everyone's talking about how Missouri played them close last year. They're going to beat the shit out of Missouri. Missouri's not going to be very good this year. I'm just going through the teams in the East here. So really Tennessee, and I got to put South Carolina on that list. Now I know that game's in Georgia, but South Carolina to me is an interesting team this year because we don't know, are they going to look like the South Carolina from the first part of last year? Or are they going to carry over the momentum that came from the end of last year into this season? And how Spencer Rattler going to play and all of that. So I'd say South Carolina is a possibility. I mean, a small possibility, but at least a possibility to upset Georgia. So, but that's really the only 2 threats on their schedule, really.
Got to agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate the time.
All right, thank you. Hey, by the way, who are you a fan of? You said Tennessee.
Oh, I'm a very old Clemson graduate. So.
Oh, okay.
Clemson. I've lived through the good, the bad, the desert, and the redemption.
Yes. I know you might not want to tell how old you are, but what year did you graduate from Clemson? That way we can figure it out on our own.
I don't care about age. I'm 63. I graduated in 83, and I was there when Danny Ford was skinny and had all black hair.
Man, so listen to this. So my sister, she graduated in 89, I think. My oldest sister. So the first game that I ever went to, any college football game, was in 1986 against Duke. You might have even been there at that time.
Probably was.
Yeah, 1986 against Duke. Clemson won, of course. Now, look, I was only 6 years old, but you know how it is.
Was that the year? Because everybody's talking about Clemson potentially being upset by Duke, and when I hear this on all these called-in shows, Uncle Lou, Carolina Jackpot, I'm like, guys, I really try to support these homegrown cast, but I remember when Duke was so bad off they sold a home game to Clemson.
Yeah.
Now that was in the 80s, but I'm like, I don't see this. The only surprise here would be if you pull Spurrier out of retirement and put him on the sideline at Duke. That's the only reason I'd even breathe heavily during that game. Just hand it off 70 times like you used to.
I think the whole Duke Clemson thing really and truly is just a joke that's taken on a life of its own.
I have to agree.
It's gotten silly.
I mean, Carolina jackpot. Unfortunately, some people don't realize it's a joke, and Carolina jackpot's wallet's going to be a little lighter because of that.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So it started with Josh Peete, I think, that picked Duke to beat Clemson, and then Uncle Lou went on and said the same thing in his prediction video, and it sort of took on a life of its own after that. And Carolina Jackpot said the same thing. And here's the one thing: you can go on YouTube and say that you think that Clemson's going to lose to Duke, and until somebody like me calls you up and tells you to put your money where your mouth is, and now Jackpot's in a situation that he can't get out of. And not only did he bet me $100 that Duke's going to beat Clemson, he didn't even take the points. So it's straight up.
That's I think
that's insane.
Was a little foolish. That was bravado talking. I heard that interaction and I'm like, oh, please don't do it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll donate it to charity or something.
Yes.
I don't know. We'll see.
Exactly.
All right.
I appreciate the time.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. I appreciate the call. Go Tigers.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. That's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. Duke has a strong shot at being upset by Clemson. Yeah, that makes sense since Clemson's a 2-touchdown favorite.
I mean, I get Mike Elko had a better year than anybody expected him to, at Duke, but. Yeah, I think some of the people that say this, they just look at the record at the end of the year, and you hear this all the time. They don't actually watch the games.
Well, when
realize that Duke very easily could have lost several of those games.
It's when I made the video about Jackpot and about the delusion of people thinking that Duke's going to beat Clemson. Unlike them, I don't bet with my heart. All right, so that's mainly the reason I don't bet on Clemson. But if somebody's willing to give me basically 14 points, Jackpot could have went out in any sports book in the country or even the world and gotten at least 12 points. But he bet me straight up. That's just bad business. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just like Vic said.
1 is good. 2 are better. And then if you get 3, well, that's just good business.
That's just good business. I mean, anybody who wouldn't take that bet is a complete potato head. What's up? You're on with Pete and Slim Shady.
What's up, Pete? What's up, Slim?
What's up, Rooster Man?
Hey, legit football question for both of you guys. Who do you guys think are the 4 most overhyped teams going into 2023?
You sure you want me to answer that question?
Yeah, I do. I'd like to hear it from you first.
I'm talking championship hype.
National championship hype.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead, Slim. How many did you say? 4 or 3?
Like 4. Who do you think are the top 4 teams that are getting overhyped as far as the national championship picture?
Well, number 1 is Tennessee. Until they find the other half of their team, they're in the same boat, in my opinion, as USC or North Carolina or any other team built like that that's only half a football team. Florida State would be number 2. I think that's a house. I've said it several times. That's a house of cards ready to fall over. I think they probably reached pretty, if not the pinnacle, pretty close to the pinnacle of what you can do. Basically trying to build your entire team through the transfer portal. And for them to have any kind of shot at any playoff hopes, Jordan Travis would have to be Superman at every game. And I don't see it. For similar reasons to Tennessee, I've got to throw USC into that category. I've got no faith in any team led by Lincoln Riley until they figure out what a full football team is. That includes a defense. And number 4, and I'm going to kind of contradict myself on this one, because I've said several times I think Nick Saban gets the benefit of the doubt. But, and me and Rooster were talking about this the other night, I've seen problems out of Alabama that you have not seen out of Nick Saban-led Alabama teams up to this point. Just a complete lack of discipline. And, yeah, I don't see Alabama being able to win a national title.
What do you think, Pete?
All right. So I'm going to agree with him on at least 3 of those. That's the problem. I have Tennessee at the top of the list, far and away. And I have South Carolina. Now, you said, see, here's the thing where you threw me off. Because there's a big difference between overhyped for the national championship. I don't think anybody's expecting South Carolina to win a national championship, but I think they're still one of the most overhyped teams in the country based on their regular season expectations.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go before he threw the national title in there.
Yeah. Because here's the reason that question is so hard, because there's not really even more than 4 teams that anybody's expecting to win a national championship to begin with.
Yeah, but you have like an Ohio State that has a brand new quarterback, but yet they're still receiving hype when it comes to national championship. They've also lost 2 in a row to Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Is Ohio State a overhyped team? Are they better without C.J. Stroud? Are they better? That's what I'm talking national championship picture.
Well, here's why I'll say Ohio State isn't overhyped, because name me the last year they didn't have a productive quarterback.
2016.
There you go.
Yeah, I was just like, I was looking around. You know, Texas is hyped up to win the Big 12. Everyone's picking them to win the Big 12. Do they have a legit shot at even making the playoffs?
Ohio State? Yeah, absolutely they do.
Well, no, I think he's talking about Texas.
Oh, like Texas.
And I agree with Slim on Southern Cal.
Yeah, Texas has a chance too.
Yeah, Southern Cal may not even win the Pac-12.
See, we're on opposite ends of the spectrum. So you just named 3 teams that I think have a really good chance of making the playoffs: in Ohio State, Texas, and Southern Cal. Well, I mean, why wouldn't I think that? I mean, Southern Cal has the preemptive favorite to win the Heisman, probably the best player in the country, at least at that position, Caleb Williams. Ohio State's completely stacked and loaded. I understand they have a new quarterback coming in there. They might have the second best player all around in the country in Marvin Harrison Jr. And they're going to be good too. I understand they play in a great conference and a great division. I feel like that Ohio State, and believe me, it pains me to say this, I think Ohio State might be the team to beat in 2023 in all of college football. Them and Southern Cal. I'm high on both of them.
I don't get the Southern Cal thing.
Well, I don't know why you wouldn't.
Why would I?
I mean, they're loaded, especially offensively.
Yes, their offense is absolutely loaded.
Right.
Their defense is dog shit.
Well, we already know that you can win. I mean, how many teams in the playoffs have made it from the Big 12 since the playoffs have started? Oklahoma's made it multiple times. TCU made it last year. These are offensive teams, guys that can just outscore their opponent.
Okay,
You don't have to have.
Say a team that can make it to the playoffs. He said a national championship.
Well, that just limits it. That really limits it. That limits it to the normal suspects. That limits it to Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, LSU, Clemson. I mean, you're really limiting it then if you just say a national championship. That's why it's so hard to do.
Sure, I think USC could make the playoffs because, I mean, we've seen, obviously, Lincoln Riley do it at Oklahoma.
Well, if you can make hold on now.
Iceberg's chance in hell.
First of all, if you can make the playoffs in a 4-team system, then you can win a playoff game and make it to the national championship. We saw TCU do it last year.
Yes, but I can't say Lincoln Riley's going to until I see him do it.
Well, USC has to go through Oregon, Washington, Utah, which Utah beat them twice last year. So they have to run their gauntlet in their conference to even be considered conference champ.
That's true, yeah.
And then, like Slim brought up Florida State. Well, Florida State has to go through Clemson, and Florida State proved last year they had a good football team, but besides Clemson in the ACC, the best team they beat was Syracuse.
Well, Florida State has they play a pretty tough schedule, right? They got to play Clemson, they got to play Miami, they have to play LSU, they got to play North Carolina. I think they play North Carolina this year, don't they? See, this is the thing about them.
I don't think so.
Maybe they don't.
Yeah, they play. They
play Florida. Not that matters.
Well, don't forget they still got LSU to open the season too.
Yeah, they got.
Yeah, I said LSU.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. But so I'll agree with you that I think Florida State is overhyped. But first of all, I don't believe that anybody's been saying that Florida State's going to win a national championship. That's where I'm getting hung up on this question, is with the whole national championship part of it.
Yeah, but people are saying Florida State's going to win the ACC, right?
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean they're going to win a national title or even go to the playoffs for that matter.
Right, but I'm just talking about like if they're winning the ACC,
yeah,
they have to make it to the playoffs.
No, I mean if they're a 2-loss team that wins the ACC, they won't make the playoffs. You're assuming that if they win the ACC, they'll be a 1-loss team, but that's not necessarily the case.
Well, but everyone's also hyping up that they're gonna beat LSU again.
Yeah.
So then, to run the gauntlet, the next major team they have to beat is Clemson.
I would say the most overhyped team as far as a national championship has got to be Alabama. And look, you might even be able to throw Clemson in there. I've heard people talk about Clemson winning a national title this year, even though I don't believe that's going to happen. I would love it for it to happen, but
I would say Clemson's got a better shot than USC.
You think so? I don't know about that.
Clemson's a more complete team.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
To your point of these great, I mean, look at Tennessee and TCU. Both of them great offenses. I mean, Tennessee's being considered a dark horse to make the playoffs, and I mean, Georgia's proven 2 years in a row defense still matters in football.
Yeah, I think that Southern Cal has a better chance to make the playoffs than, or not make the playoffs, but win a title than Clemson. Clemson probably has a better chance to make the playoffs because of the path to get there. Just like Rooster said, based on Southern Cal has to play Notre Dame, Utah, UCLA, and whoever out of the North that they have to play to win the title and all that. So they probably have a harder path to get there. But this is a quarterback-driven game. I mean, just go down to history. I mean, throw Stetson Bennett out of the window. That's an anomaly, right? But if you go back, let's just go back 10 years. Look at every single national championship winning team and who was their quarterback. I mean, that does matter in most years.
It absolutely does matter, but my point is it takes more than just that.
Of course it does, yeah.
And that's where USC's lacking.
And I'm with Slim on this. The one thing, like, you see teams like Southern Cal, and it falls under the same thing with, even Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss. Lincoln Riley, when he was at Oklahoma, was the same way. It's like they're all defense, right? And it's Josh Heupel at Tennessee. They're all offense. They're high power. They can sling it, but you can't run a play every 3 seconds and have 10, 15 3 and outs in a football game and expect you're going to be a contender for a national championship. Somebody play defense.
Well, I think it's ridiculous that people think that Tennessee's a contender to be in the playoffs. I just do. I mean, look, is Tennessee going to be good? They probably will. They'll probably be pretty good, yeah, by national standards. But they need to pump the brakes on this national championship talk. First of all, I haven't heard anybody other than the Tennessee fans say that. Nobody. I mean, I've heard of people other than Clemson fans say Clemson could be in the mix. I've heard people other than Ohio State fans say that Ohio State could be in the mix. I've heard of people other than Southern Cal fans say that they could be in the mix. I mean, and name 4 or 5 other teams. I haven't heard anybody outside of Tennessee fans say that Tennessee's in the running for a national championship. Nobody.
But you hear it out of the national media sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch the Paul Feinbaum show. That's probably where that bullshit talk's going on that dumbass show.
And a couple other of those, the sponsored name brand bullshit YouTube channels.
Yeah.
The legit fans that are on here doing YouTube shows, yeah, you're right. It's the Tennessee man and the comment section Tennessee man, but there have been some of these bigger YouTube channels bring up Tennessee, and they're buying into the hype. Joe Milton is now Hendon Hooker, and I don't know where the Hyatts and the wide receivers and all that from Tennessee is now going to the NFL. I guess Tennessee found some new guys out there, but it's not just them. It's just the coaching that is all offense, that all gas and no brakes thing that Will Muschamp used to say. Like, yeah, we understand Will Muschamp. That means just try to play offense and don't worry about stopping anybody, because you didn't have any brakes at South Carolina. You couldn't stop the damn. He couldn't stop anything.
Yeah, he might have needed some brakes. Too much gas.
Which is weird because Muschamp's a defensive guy.
Oh shit.
It's the difference when you have to focus on one side of the ball than to do all the political bullshit that comes in with being a head coach anymore. That's why all these guys like Jimbo Fishers and Eli Drinkwitz, all these coaches now have offensive coordinators. That it comes a time you actually have to give up calling plays, man. You just can't do it.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that is the criticism of Dabo Swinney over the years is, all he does is hire good court. If it wasn't for Brent Venables, if it wasn't for Chad Morris and Tony Elliott, the Clemson would have 0 titles. You know, if it wasn't for all those great players that Clemson recruited, Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence and Taj Boyd, I mean, they wouldn't even have any national titles. Yeah, no shit. The head coach's job is to hire great coordinators and recruit great players. I mean, name a national championship winning team where the head coach didn't hire great coordinators and recruit good players. I'll wait. I got the answer for you. There's 0 of them. I'm getting mad.
Pete.
Huh?
Hey, Pete.
Yeah.
But what was Deshaun Watson's star ranking when he came in?
He's a 4-star.
He was a lower 4-star, high 3-star, right?
Oh, no, it's the opposite. I think it was like a high 4-star, lower 5-star. I think some people considered it to be a 5-star. He was like the number 2 or 3 quarterback in the country when he got recruited there.
But the Florida Gators kicked him in the balls and wouldn't even recruit him.
No, Georgia. Listen, this is even worse. I think it was Todd Monken too. Recruited him as a punt returner.
Yeah,
a punt returner.
Isn't he from Florida, somewhere close to Gainesville? And they didn't even recruit him.
Deshaun Watson, he's from Georgia.
Oh, I thought he was somewhere close to Gainesville.
No, he's from Georgia.
No, and that would have been when Mark Richt was still the head coach when he got recruited.
Yeah, there was somebody that went to Clemson that was a really good football player. There was Florida.
There's a long list of people.
That someone that followed Florida.
C.J. Spiller.
It was somebody close to
Spiller was from
Gainesville.
Florida.
Yeah, he was like he was a fan of Florida, but they never recruited him. He was like born right there.
That was C.J. Spiller.
Yeah, so like Florida just kicked him in the balls and didn't recruit him at all.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Rooster. I got to move on, but I appreciate the call.
All right, brother. Love you. See you Friday, my friend.
Maybe it wasn't Monken. Who was the? You guys know. All you Georgia people know out there. Who was the coordinator? Who am I thinking about? Bobo. That's what. Yeah. I'm sorry. Not Monken. Bobo. Mike Bobo. He was the one that recruited Deshaun Watson to Georgia as a punt returner. That might have been one of the most boneheaded decisions in the history of college football. What's up? You're on with Pete and Slim Shady.
The boneheaded thing I thought about doing tonight was calling in twice to the same show.
Yeah.
maybe that USC junior fan is talking about Gainesville, Georgia, like where Deshaun Watson came from. I mean, maybe he's got his Gainesvilles mixed up.
Well, you can go right into Gainesville High School in Florida and take recruits away from the Gators.
Well, that's not
happened
hard.
too.
They suck, Slim.
Well, hell, Miami was able to do it when Steve Spurrier was still there.
Look, man, these USC junior fans. I mean, I hope for Pete's sake he calls in again.
For Pete's sake.
Did you
You know what? You just gave me an idea.
Again, I'm gonna have to call in again just so I can.
You just gave me an idea, a video idea. This could be a good series. It could be called For Pete's Sake. Thank you for that.
Hey, we're here for you, Pete. Okay.
How have I not figured that out by now?
All right. Well, I'm out of here. I called in my second time for the.
All right.
If this show goes on for another 30 minutes, I'm calling back in.
No, I won't pick it up the third time. Don't bother.
I'll be upset.
All right, bye. I do appreciate that idea, though. For Pete's Sake does sound like a good segment on YouTube.
Now you got to let him in that third time if he comes back, because he might have another good idea.
You know what? You might be right about that.
He's all right for a Georgia fan.
He's all right, yeah. What's up? You're on with Pete and Slim Shady.
No, I just heard you were looking for people with bad ideas to call in.
Yes, so you should fit right in.
Okay, cool. As long as we're looking for bad ideas.
All right. Well, here's a good idea. I have to go pee, so I'll be back in 30 seconds.
All right, cool.
So now we can sit here and talk about how Miami's going 15-0, right? That's
right, exactly. Just gonna
company line.
Yeah, beat the brakes off of the likes of Clemson. I like this new like pink background going on in here.
Man, he said it's not that bright, and I was watching the show for a few minutes before I came on here. It seemed almost overpowering to me. Like it would give me a headache sitting in that room.
I don't know, it kind of reminds me of it's kind of got like the strip club DJ look going to it,
I mean, is there a brass pole just off a camera in that room?
That was going to be my question. I was going to ask if the brass pole was going over there where the trash can is.
Yeah, that's going to be the base for it, is the trash can that Coop gave him.
Right, I know. If we could just get that like leather couch back there, that's like the VIP area. If we just put some black electrical tape over the arms, covering up the cracks and the holes, it would be.
We'll go old school with it. We'll Scotch guard it.
Oh yeah.
Then you ain't got to worry about nothing. I mean, that stuff's better than Teflon.
Yeah, it would look good. I like the idea. So when are you driving down, Slim?
I'm going to leave about 4 o'clock Friday morning.
How many hours is it?
According to the GPS, 7, but I'm sure it's going to turn into more.
So you'll probably be there around 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm figuring. But, I mean, I know you can't. I think think it was Pete said something about we couldn't check into the house till 2. So I mean, may stop and have lunch somewhere along the way.
Hey, you bringing the whole gang with you?
Oh yeah, the whole rowdy bunch is coming.
Hey, there you go. That'll be fun.
Well, Mrs. Fools would have been upset with me if I didn't.
Oh, I know. She's already looking forward to that. She's like, oh, I get to play with Kim. I'm like, yeah, there you go. Slim's coming. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I know. My daughter had asked if Repeat was going to be there, but I told her I didn't have an answer to that question at this time. He had said something about trying to figure out a way not to. But he's like, well, maybe we'll have something for the older one. We'll just have to bring the younger one.
I gotcha. Yeah, doesn't your daughter and little Pete have like a like little crushes on each other or something?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh shit, he's back. He's back. All right, we got to stop talking about him. Stop talking about Pete now. He's back.
What did I miss?
Well, no, we were just trying to figure out where the stripper pole was going in your room.
You got P-bombed while you were gone.
No, that's impossible.
No, okay, I was going to come on here earlier. I just want to say this real quick. We were talking about the USC deal. From my calculations on this white board that I'm drawing on, last year the USC Trojan people, they beat Oregon State 17-14. They lost to Utah 43-42. Beat Arizona. Arizona, guys. The best thing in the state of Arizona was Dylan Raiola, and now he's in the state of Georgia. They beat Arizona 45-37 by a touchdown. Arizona unranked.
I'm gonna disagree with that. Zona Tucson is the best thing in the state of Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay, that is true. That's true. But he's still trying to get out of there. He is trying to get out of there.
And the Grand Canyon.
They beat California 41-35. UCLA 48-45. Lost to Utah again 47-24. And then lost to Tulane 46-45. And Your Honor, that is why Slim Shady Canes should be set free, because defense is unobtainable at USC. Offense does not get you anywhere. It gets you beating trash, half-ass teams by a touchdown. Your Honor, that is unacceptable. And I object to anything that you're going to say. This case is over.
Hashtag free Slim Shady.
Free the Slim Man.
Do you rest your case?
Free at last.
I want to add to that. How many of those games were close because USC's defense managed 35 turnovers, and what chance do they have of replicating that this year?
Yeah, I mean, all my point is, yes, there are good offenses out there, but it's like, even then, like we talked about TCU, man, that's a great offense. Well, then you go up against a good defense, and it's like, so what y'all doing in the offseason? Like, and it's like, yeah, I know you can't count on every team having a great defense, but there's got to be some balance. And that was a good point Slim made.
No, but hold on now. But Michigan had one of the best defenses in the country. They beat them.
They did beat TCU.
No, TCU beat Michigan. Michigan had one of the best defenses in the country.
But actually, that also proves my point that you can't do it with half a football team, because Michigan's offense was not very good.
Well, they also had their running back that was out, their starting running back that had a lot of production. I do get that. No, I'm not giving that an excuse for Michigan. I'm saying that Michigan did have a good defense, but they didn't have a great offense. So I don't know. I get your point, but at the same time, how many Oklahoma fans in the past said that they were going to go do well because their offense averaged 50 points a game?
But they did do well most of the time.
Yeah, and doing well and winning a national championship are two different things.
Well, the only one team wins a national championship. Is that the standard? So anybody who doesn't win a national championship didn't do well?
No, and I get where you're coming from, because you said they have a chance at winning it. I do think they have a chance at getting there, but I think a chance at winning it and getting there are two different things.
But when you're Oklahoma and you make the playoffs 4 years in a row, yes, you're looking to finally, hell, win a playoff game at the very least.
Any team that has a chance of getting there has a chance of winning it.
Well,
outside of maybe, I mean, there's a couple outliers, but the majority. Listen, if you make it to the last 4 teams, you have a chance of winning it.
No, and same thing in like basketball when you have like the Final Four. Yeah,
this is my point about the 12-team playoff too, because they go, oh well, the 12-team play, you need to include more teams. Well, if you don't think that there's 4 teams total in the country that have a chance of winning it all, but you think there's 12, I mean,
agreed.
So
agreed.
I don't know, man. If Southern Cal makes the playoffs, and this is if, I'm not saying that they will. If they do, then you better goddamn believe that I believe they have a chance to win it all.
Well, but your point is whoever makes the top 4, the 14 playoff has a chance.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And I'm not knocking that. I'm just stating that, like what he said with USC or Oklahoma, the getting over the hump. Brian Kelly, I'm not even a big fan of his. This dude just said in his SEC media day, he's like, yeah, we won the West, but people are going to go now, well, what can you do now? Can you win it again? Can you do better? Can you make the playoff? Like, that's what I'm saying is Slim's point to you did something 4 or 5 years in a row. Okay, but when are you getting over the hump? Heck, Georgia made the national championship and got beat, and everybody's like, yeah, you're still not good. But we made the national championship game. Yeah, but that's not – yeah, but you got beat. 1980, you guys got beat. And it's like, bro, like, you're not going to give us credit for making it there. So if you're not going to give us credit for making it there once, but you give, not you particular, but just you give Oklahoma or USC, these teams that make it there constantly and never get over the hump, like, I'm going to treat you with the same criticism. That's my thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams in that boat. Notre Dame's made it several times, lost. Oklahoma, same way. But
I know you're trying to end the stream, so I'm sorry. I just want to be quick.
Well, I didn't say that, but
I do believe Florida State and Clemson are more complete teams than USC. I know that USC may have the best quarterback in college football. That's great.
Okay,
they may have some good receivers and stuff, and that's good. But I know Ohio State's good, and that's a whole different conversation with Ohio State and Michigan. But I do think that this year, ACC is going to have 2 of the best, probably top 5 teams in the country. And that may be a hot take, but just you guys getting Garrett Riley with an already loaded roster, and then Florida State having a lot of guys come back.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be that's going to be my piece, is watching that.
I got you. I can't wait for the season to start. It's like, I can't wait.
I've been at work listening to Georgia games on my headset while trying to talk to customers.
See, that's a real fan right there. This man's listening to old Georgia games on his headset.
Hey man, I thought I could wait, but then I couldn't. So
let's see, that's like me. I start every season. I watch those 2 documentaries before the season starts.
Sir Uga, thank you for the Cash App. He says, can I call in again? Well, you put me between a rock and a hard place now. If you're going to pay me to call in, yeah.
Pay the man. Pay the man, yeah. Hey, would it be funny if Pete did some shit and Cash App them back?
Oh, damn.
No, not right now.
Yeah, the joins are going to be Lee.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing that this year. Last year was fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
While you were gone, you did miss a question. My daughter did ask if Repeat was coming to the softball game.
He's not. No, we got somebody to watch the kids, so the kids are not coming.
He said Repeat.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, the Pete Jr. and Repeat are staying behind. Grandma's watching them.
Hey, shout out to Grandma. Bro, that's like endless oatmeal cream pies for Grandma for the year.
Sorry, Slim.
I'm not going to be the one upset about it. She is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Mrs. Pete didn't want to. She's like, she didn't want. She's like, you're going to be busy doing your thing, and I'm going to have to watch him the whole time. I said, well, you're playing too. She goes, yeah, but I still have to watch him the whole time. I said, well, good, fair point. So,
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if she hits y'all with a game of 20 questions, don't be surprised.
hey, I could take 30 questions. I'm good at answering questions. I mean,
Pete's going to get interrogated by a 6-year-old.
No cards and everything.
yeah. But Team Fools is going to completely embarrass Team Raj this year. It's going to be embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already feel sorry for him. I mean, I'm already like,
yeah,
you know, kind of starting to feel bad. I bought this really big box of tissues I can put in their dugout. So
Okay.
yeah.
Do you think they'll try to plan a heat stroke like in one of the innings?
Oh, kind of like those players that cramp up at very convenient times.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Like, oh, my leg. But you.
Yeah, it'll be like watching Major League Soccer.
Oh my goodness, dude.
They'll be lying there on second base for like 2 hours.
Did you hear when Lou called in? He said if Team Fools wins, then next year there will be a third annual softball game. But if Team Raj wins, then that's the end of the softball game. That's what he said.
Oh, I like it. Are we going bowling?
You
if
like
they
it?
Win?
I'm not really sure about any of this, but I do know that the Team Fools is going to win. That's the only thing I do know. So I'm not really sure about all the logistics, but
I wanted to.
After the rubber match, whoever, I think that'll be all right. We do away with the softball game, and since it was Lou's suggestion, and since this is a bunch of college football YouTubers, we'll turn it into a flag football game.
Now that's not a bad idea, actually.
Today we come here to celebrate the life of fishing football for trying to tackle D4 on the flag football game.
We'll make Lou the running back.
Man, they've gotten 1 yard the whole night.
But let's not forget the fact that Raj did try to make this a bowling event after 1 year, and why was that?
Hey, I'm a good bowler.
Why was that?
He was trying to retire with an unblemished record, undefeated.
He was trying to retire with 1-0 win. He was trying to retire so he didn't have to show up and not hit a home run like he said he was going to do. Most of you don't remember, leading into the game last year, all Raj did was say he was going to bat 4 times and hit 4 home runs. He didn't hit a single one. And I listen, I've got kids. When kids don't get their way, they look really sad and pitiful. By the 6th inning, Raj looked like somebody killed his dog. I mean, I have never seen somebody not have fun as much as Raj was not having fun during that game. He thought he was going to come in there and just blow us out.
Well, do you remember last year? Last year it was, I think he came out and it was, I think in the 3rd inning, like the end of the 3rd, he was trying to end the game after the 4th. He came to me and he was like, "Hey, I think we're just going to call it after 4 innings." And I was like,
"Yeah,
no way! Like, no, we're playing."
And that's part of the reason that he was mad is going into the 7th inning, we were winning, and so he was like, "I wish they really would just call it off in the 4th, like I wanted to," you know.
Who had a lead in the 4th inning?
We did.
No, at the time that Raj said that he wanted to call the game, they were winning. Why else would he say that?
They were winning. That's right. Yeah. So
they were winning at that point. He was like, "Well, I think we're just going to end it after 4 innings." And I was like, "Oh, no."
Yeah, it was. And of course, they got lucky at the end, in the bottom of the 7th, with that. He says that he's his cousin. I'm not buying that. I need a DNA test. This guy, he brought in a professional softball player, and he's probably going to play for him.
And me on standby.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. We need to do some tests, and I think he actually should have been tested for like performance enhancing drugs as well, because he did look like he might have been juicing.
He did. He had a Barry Bonds forehead. You could tell it was like he was bigger.
Well, at least didn't have the Tyrese 5 head.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a. Oh, by the way, I'm the best bowler in this YouTube community.
Oh,
so.
look, we have enough events already. We can't start new events.
Hopscotch?
I think.
Oh, man.
We did get a chance to visit Stanford Stadium, though. Or Sanford Stadium, not Stanford Stadium.
The landfill.
The ACC bros.
Now, see, we need to do that again because I wasn't there for that. And I will go down on the field, and I will take a dump on the G.
Dang.
Well, there's not going to be a G out there. Well, at least there wasn't when we went. But, I mean, here's the picture right here. But they did kick us out. We perturbed the security team there.
You are in a restricted area.
Yeah.
Please
leave now.
You're lucky they didn't send the AI security bots after you.
Facts. Yeah, Nightbot would have got your ass. Here's the link. What?
Remember when we were taking that picture and we turned around and what were they, like Old Miss fans, I think? Or,
no, Mississippi State.
Mississippi State fans, and it was this guy and his wife, and they had all their Mississippi State hats on, and we turned around and they were like taking pictures of us doing.
They were taking pictures of us doing this. Yeah, she was like, "That's awesome."
That's funny.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, Lou likes this picture.
I do too.
Real cool side note. Cedric Van Pran, our center, they said whenever he went out to the practice field this spring, when the start of spring, they had back-to-back champions on the field, and they said that first day before practice started, he went up and made a scene in front of Coach Smart and the other coaches and told them to take that off, and said that this year was different. This is a completely different year. I thought that's awesome. So. Just cool. Cool stuff.
What new hairstyle is Kirby going to be rocking for this football season? Because he got the frosted tips this past season.
He needs to get shaved, like shave his whole head and leave a little patch of hair that spells out B2B. I think that would be foul.
Cool.
You know, I'm looking at this picture again, so it is amazing that they played 1, 2, 3, 4,
11. I'll go ahead and answer it for you.
5 outfielders.
Yeah, 5 outfielders.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 infielders, not including the pitcher.
No, this is definitely not photoshopped. This is a screenshot from the live, and I'm a live streaming again this year the same way I did last year. This is a screenshot from my live stream. I think it is, isn't it?
No, I think it was actually from the video I took.
Oh, okay.
Wait, they had 12?
No, they had 11.
Well, including the pitcher, they had 12. But.
Yeah. Either way, they had one more outfielder than we had the entire game.
One more infielder, it looks like. I mean, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outfielders. Then they have a first baseman, a second baseman, another second baseman, a shortstop, and a third baseman.
Yeah, more players the entire game and still only won by 1. Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
So did they pay the umpires to do this?
Yeah, see, that's Sir UGA out there in the black. He was supposed to be counting, but, you know.
Oh, what? That's my boy. And he let us.
I know.
By the way, Sir UGA, I think he's on Team Raj. So they claimed, first of all, they claimed that we had the pitcher, which is just silly.
Lordy.
Because that was Colby's dad, and Colby's on Team Fools.
He got us out more than he did them.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, I think that Sir UGA is clearly on Team Raj at the first base umpire.
All my life, I had to fight.
So.
No, K-Dog. Millis did not count as 2 for us.
Wait, is this pre-egg or post-egg? Millis.
Oh, I meant to tell you. So you say you guys are going to meet up on Friday and discuss the lineup?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should come with us.
Well, what time is that going to be at?
21.
Probably around
3:50.
Around when?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, probably 4. Well, we were
Okay, I think I could be there for that.
Well, what we were saying, Pete, was what we'd probably do is I think everybody's going to go to Rogers for a little while that night. So we were saying maybe we could meet up first and like go grab a pizza or something like that before we ride over there.
Right. Yeah, that's fine.
So we eat dinner and then go.
I want some input. I know I'm not going to say I have a game plan for the whole team. That's your job. Your team. You're fools, and this is Team Fools. I have some input on where I should be in the lineup. That's all.
Okay, we'll talk to TB because I made him the coach.
You let me know, Pete. I'll get with my advisors, and if they A-OK it, we'll see what we can do.
And by your advisors, you mean you?
I damn sure do mean
all right. All right, that's fine.
No, I'm down with that. I'm down with that, Pete. I'd love that. Yeah.
It's gonna be. I don't want to be like last year. I mean, we basically made the lineup in like 5 minutes before the game.
That was.
But it was a little harder last year because we kind of got out there and looked at, hey, everybody hit the ball one time, and then you actually, for the first time in your life, you saw somebody throw a ball and. Well, whether they did or did not catch the ball, so you had to.
Sea-Dog, I ain't never thrown nothing before.
So Nature Boy's coming, and he's not. I don't think he's playing. Right? He's not playing, is he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I believe he said he was coming out.
So I believe we should put him on the field in some sort of umpire position, and I believe that he will be impartial.
Yeah, I would believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, Celine might be able to fit that role as well.
Whoa, buddy, hey.
I don't know if Celine's ever been impartial on anything he's ever done in his life. So, but Nature Boy, I don't know. I mean, maybe he could take the place of the umpire, the home plate umpire, in place of Sea-Dog's brother, B-Dog.
Hey, Celine, was he safe or out? Donald Trump. What? No, was he safe or out, Celine? Republican. Oh my goodness, Celine.
Get off my lawn.
Okay, all right, come on.
What about Nature Boy at home plate umpire?
I do think we need to rotate umpires because we got to remember they are standing out baking in the sun the whole time.
But so are the players. I mean,
I'm saying, but we get to come in and sit in the dugout and hoorah.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Well, first of all, I don't go in the dugout. If I'm not playing, I'm videoing. But whatever. I understand your point.
Okay. But I do like Nature Boy at home plate. I can see him being like one of those really dramatic umpires. Like safe.
Yeah.
Or like on the Three Ninjas movie where he's like, play ball. Oh, y'all never saw that movie? Okay, good talk. Okay.
Oh, that's up to you guys. Again, this is y'all's thing. I'm just making suggestions. Nature Boy in the comment section volunteered to be an umpire. That's the reason I brought it up. So
yeah. Well, let's let him do that then. That sounds good to me.
I don't know. So
what umpires have to wear like funny shirts? Like we could do something like I'm sure Traveling could come up with some tie-dye or something.
Some tie-dye?
Yeah, like especially if Celine's out there. I'd love to see Celine in a tie-dye shirt.
Hey, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Celine, I would like to kick dirt on him. You know how they kick dirt on each other? And when they call you out, I'd like to start kicking dirt on Celine Driver.
That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. Getting in his face, pointing your finger at him and yelling and throwing your hands up and then kicking the dirt on him. Yeah, that would be kind of fun.
Celine just pointing to his watch. Like, what? I don't know what that means.
He'd be throwing you out of the park. Get out of Statham, Georgia.
Fools can see the chat. He's got a computer. He can see it.
Oh, wait. What am I supposed to be looking at?
Oh, I don't know. They said they don't think you can see the chat, but you can. You're just not doing it.
It's on a different screen.
There's a difference.
Sorry. I don't see it. I can see it now.
I'm
Yeah,
glad you
I do think different on this channel. I don't need any P bombing or CP bombing or S bombing or Z bombing or Y bombing or anything like that. So
Edward did make it clear, I think it was last night, that you are allowed to fake P bomb, and he actually demonstrated what a fake P bomb was.
What?
So you on his channel, you're allowed to fake P bomb. You're just not allowed to real P bomb. So just a little clarification there.
Are cisgenders allowed on this channel?
None of that's allowed here. Fake or real.
So no fake P bombing either. Okay. That's good to know.
Because I was feeling it.
He actually demonstrated a fake P bomb. It was pretty awesome.
Can you explain, please? I don't know why I'm curious.
I have no idea.
Hey, hold on. No, hell no. No. Did y'all see that man without his shirt? The man looked like he rolled around in a barbershop. Like, did y'all see that dude's chest hair and arm? No, I can't.
Damn! As soon as I picked up your call, you hung up. I wasn't looking at the StreamYard. I looked in the StreamYard and Uncle Lou was there. He's gone now, though.
Well, I was wondering what was happening.
Oh.
But y'all did see Edward with his shirt off.
Oh yeah.
Well, he took.
I've seen him multiple times.
I had him take his shirt off on the Lunch Money show a couple of weeks ago when I did it here on my channel. He looks like Bigfoot.
Like
that's what he looks like.
Old wolf, old man wolf.
Shirt off on the
old man teen wolf. Yeah.
Old man teen wolf. What would you call? What would you call like the Jewish?
Hey, I got it. No. Shul wolf.
Yeah, middle-aged wolf. That's what you call that.
Shul wolf.
The 40-year-old teen wolf version.
Isn't that one of y'all's base runners on second base? Because this propaganda is getting out of control.
Who are you talking about?
I don't know how to explain. I mean, it is possible for base runners to be standing on bases. Also, y'all's team had a relative that was the home plate umpire, which made several controversial calls that all went y'all's direction.
This is not true.
It is true.
We've been over this.
The home plate umpire.
I know, but you're saying he made controversial calls, which he didn't.
Yeah, considering the fact that the only way you can strike out is by swinging.
No, listen. Go back and watch the Lunch Money show. Go back and watch the Lunch Money show following the softball game last year, the Monday after.
I don't even like doing the Lunch Money show. Why would I go back and watch one?
Big Dog Brett was the third base umpire, and he's the one that called. I don't even remember who it was. I think it might have been actually Golden Blue Dude. I think it might have been. He's the one that called.
Brett was on our team. He wasn't an umpire.
I know, but exactly, and he was the one calling out the safe.
No, he was the third base coach for them.
No,
he was. Yes.
No.
Well, it's all on video.
Y'all are counting y'all's own base runner as one of our.
That is not our base runner.
He's standing on second, and y'all are at bat. And I know it looks like a woman batting. That's not a woman batting. That's Sea Dog.
Well, you know what? He's got a point.
That's Sea Dog batting, not a woman. That's number 8. And that's y'all's base runner on second that y'all are counting as a fielder.
No, that's not. That's actually Raj's cousin.
What kind of a fielder stands on the base? You know who stands on the base?
You'd have to be on Team Raj. You'd have to be on Team Raj to do that, I guess.
I know y'all suck real bad, but there were a few times y'all actually had base runners.
And you still only managed to beat us by a point in the bottom of the 7th.
Hey, a win is a win.
With a professional softball player.
College football. There ain't nobody putting out rankings the Monday after we play. It's winner take all. Okay. 1 point or 100.
All right, you got it.
Yeah, and Colby's dad was the pitcher, and how come he was an amazing fielder every time we were batting?
That's bullshit.
Y'all were batting, he couldn't field a simple ground ball.
Yeah, he caught me out. I hit it right to him. He caught me out.
I think he threw Pete out twice.
No, well, I only batted twice.
No, you batted more than twice.
I only batted twice. I hit one right. I hit one right to Colby's dad. Line drive, and he had the reflexes of a fucking cat, and caught it. The other one, I hit into a field of 50 people in the outfield. There's no way that was going to land.
How are you the only person that only batted twice?
Because I was late in the batting lineup.
Well, probably because y'all were switching y'all's batting order.
No, we weren't.
That way too.
It's all on video. Y'all are making erroneous claims. We've been over this.
Pete batted more than twice.
I only batted twice.
I have you 3 times on video batting. So.
Well, when you have 12 hitters in 7 innings, and you struggle to get base hits, it is possible a lot of y'all's batters only batted twice.
But the idea that we batted out of order is just not true. It's on video.
Well.
So.
Well,
and that is Rogers
video too.
And that is Rogers' cousin standing right behind second base.
No, it's a base runner for Team Pool.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It is not, man. You can say that all you want, but it's not.
Well, and you can say whatever you said.
I know you are, but what am I?
All the pressure. We don't have any pressure. Who cares if we lose? Whoopity doo, y'all are tied. It's a no lose.
Oh, he's already trying to pad if they lose. See what he's doing? They're not confident.
No, there's no confidence.
He's already starting to say if we lose.
None.
Y'all had plenty of confidence last year. So I don't think confidence has anything to do with it.
Well, I mean, we had plenty of confidence, and we almost won. It came down to the last the last batter of the last inning.
What are you, an Ohio State fan now?
No, I didn't blame the wind.
Well, we almost won. We tried real hard.
Hey, if I was an Ohio State fan, I'd be blaming.
I hope nobody dies.
If I was an Ohio State fan, I'd be blaming the Heat.
Hey, facts. Last year, I thought we were going to lose 2 of them, man.
Oh, my God. It was so brutal.
Friction's husband, and then...
I don't think it'll be as hot this year.
Yeah, who's bringing the injury tent?
Rechecked the weather lately?
It's supposed to be cool. Saturday's the coolest day of the week.
Cool.
What does that mean? Like
90
instead of 102?
Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 91 and 40% chance of afternoon thunder showers. That's the last I saw.
All right, let's see the current. Athens, Georgia for Saturday.
Well, we need to come up with the rule now. Like, what did we play last year? 7 innings?
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 innings makes a complete game. So if the bottom falls out and it starts lightning and it's 4 innings or more, that's a complete game.
All right, so if Team Fools is winning at that point, will Raj let that go? No, he won't.
No, and I would.
There's no way you won't.
It'll be 88 degrees. 88
what if
degrees.
if it ends up, 88's good. If we end up being up and Raj wants to continue it, we could go bowling.
There's no way that Raj would forfeit the game before 7 innings is over if they're losing. There's 0 chance of that happening.
Well, I say if it's raining, we keep playing, but if it's lightning, we call it after 4
Yeah,
innings.
no, I agree.
Well, if it's raining in the summertime, it's going to be lightning at the same time, most likely.
TB, we know you ain't playing in the lightning with that all metal Iron Man outfit you wear.
Yeah, he's got the Hannibal Lecter mask on.
Hey, I will sacrifice myself to get hit by lightning to give everybody more subscribers. This game will go viral if I get hit.
He's like the man in the iron mask.
Hey, where do you buy a helmet like that covers your entire face like a football mask?
No, it's just a college softball mask.
All right, where do you buy one of those?
At a place that sells sports equipment.
Oh.
College sports a woman's helmet.
So
there is no male college softball.
So when you go play,
does it come with a gag ball or a?
No, but so you can order it at like Dick's. There's a store.
Yeah, I bet you can order it at Dick's. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really, really big store called Dick's.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
He like that at Cafe.
You like Big Dick's, yeah.
On his way down to Fiston's house.
Hey, but I mean, look, guys. If me wearing that gives me special abilities to play better on the softball field,
I think it inhibits your abilities.
No. Without the mask, I'm terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, by all means.
Poor Tiger Baskins goes up to bat every time somebody in the dugout should yell, "Bring out the gimp!"
Hey, Hey, that's what I'll get Huff Billy Paul to carry me out there on a chain.
I said, man, what the fuck are you wearing? He goes, man, you don't understand. These grown men that hit softballs. I go, have you seen who's playing here? What are you talking about, dude? We could barely even walk.
It only takes one, bro. I've already lost my whole front 4 teeth in baseball. I'm not doing it again.
Oh, that's why. All right, so now it's coming out. That's why.
I have seen a couple times.
This man got his baby teeth knocked out when he was 12 years old. Now he wears a mask when he's 25.
I was a senior in high school, bro. It broke all 4 of my front teeth. Yeah, so we're not doing that again. I look pretty. I look this pretty. I can't look more not pretty. You know what I mean? Because then I'll look like the rest of everybody else out there, and I can't do that.
Wow.
I gotta protect my figure.
Talking season is almost over.
Facts.
Yeah, it'll be over in a couple of days.
No, it won't. I'm gonna talk right after the game.
Well, as long as nobody gets arrested, that'll be good.
So they can die but not get arrested.
You know, we missed an opportunity, Lou, on the Lunch Money Show. We should have done betting odds on who would be the next one to get arrested other than Jay. Let's do that now. Like if Jay is not the one that gets arrested, who would be next on the list?
So Jay, you can't pick him. Like he's the one you can't pick.
You can't pick Jay.
Yeah, Jay's already been arrested, so
that's what I'm saying. Who would be next?
Friction maybe. She was out there. She was out there in the cop's face, like, you know, hey, you pushed me, you motherfucker.
Hey, I'm going $10 on Friction. I mean, not Friction. On BVD. I bet that would get me like $1,000 if we got arrested.
No, he ain't getting arrested.
The odds are so low, bro. I'd win so much money on that.
I'm going to say a dark horse would be Colby. What do you think about that?
Nah, Colby.
Him getting hot-headed.
Yeah.
Well, can I tell you? I'll tell y'all a story.
He's a
real
shit
quick.
starter.
Look, we were at in Florida with Huff Billy Paul, Fish, and me and Colby. Colby was so not himself.
That's my point.
We were out in the parking lot. This man he sat on somebody's motorcycle and was acting like he was driving.
That's my point. See, that kind of shit will get you arrested. Yeah.
Bro, get off.
I'm going to say Colby. I'm going to say Colby plus 400.
Matt Dummett has a good pick. He says VicTube. So what's the over-under on VicTube being the one that gets arrested?
I can see Vic getting caught for racing.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I can see that.
If Rod goes anywhere besides his house in the softball field, it would be him.
Oh,
that's true too.
Yeah.
Atypical Gump says Mrs. Peete. No, Mrs. Pete's not getting arrested. Listen, I feel sorry for any police officer that starts fucking with her. That conversation will last all of 2 seconds. So no.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. I can't think. I don't know of anybody else.
I would say after Colby, probably me. I mean, honestly.
Hey, they say never bet on yourself, but go for it, bro.
I'm not planning on it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can't. That's it. Maybe Law Todd. I think he'd be a good one.
Maybe Raj.
I think, Raj would have to be. But I don't see Raj going anywhere else. I feel like he knows himself, so he would just want to go home.
Yeah. Well, Slim's not getting arrested because he just does whatever the police tell him to do. So.
Y'all don't forget to bring y'all's poker money.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you, how much do you want to? Like, honestly, how do you? I don't know how y'all want to do it. Like, are we all doing 20 or 50?
Game. You can buy in for as much as you want or as little as you want.
Oh, okay, cool. That'll work.
Is poker money different than regular money?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll bring regular money and then I'll just bet on poker.
I'm down with that.
No, you have to turn it into poker money, though.
All right.
You buy chips.
Well, he said bring poker money. I didn't know if that was something different. I just have regular money. Does that work?
Salt and vinegar, sour cream and onion. What kind of chips you got, bro? Man. No, I'm down.
I can bring some more of that Chinese money. It's worth a lot.
yen.
Yeah, show up at Roger's house with Chinese money.
Right.
Yeah, you're
That's
gonna
a
get
great
beat
idea.
up by Rod. You're gonna get beat up by Rod and
Oh, that
Slim.
goddamn Wuhan fucking mask money. Fucking chopstick money.
You're gonna have Volusia Orange pop up out
You
of
can go fuck
nowhere.
yourself.
This money is just
Bunch
as
of
good as
goddamn
American
Wuhan
money.
fucking whatever. Bend over, suck my fucking nuts. I'll give you the goat.
Hey, that's funny, bro. Yeah, listening to Volusia and Slim argue this morning, that's probably the funniest thing I've heard in a long time. Because
I missed that.
Neither one will let each other talk. I mean, Pete was trying to talk, and he was like, "Okay, guys, can I say something?" It's like,
What were they arguing about this time?
Yeah.
I don't know. Apparently, Chinese cookies are better than American cookies. And then Slim was like, "We got great American cookie. Y'all don't have great Chinese cookie over there." And then
I don't even know what they're arguing about it anymore.
Volusia got mad.
I don't
and made
know.
a sushi roll.
But I do know it's gold. I do know that.
I love listening to them two argue. I think it's hilarious that Volusia would gave me hell. Oh, that would never happen in an airport. All this stuff. Then he comes back here and he gets screwed over in an airport. That's kind of
Listen, let me tell you something. Volusia gets absolutely destroyed in the comment section every time he comes on, and he doesn't give a shit.
No, I agree.
He doesn't give a shit.
Well, it's because anybody that disagrees with him, he automatically is like, "You're terrible. I hate you. You're stupid." It's like, bro, what? Hold on, dude.
He's fun to tease.
Yes, he is. Wait, what kind?
What kind?
Well, I mean, he's from a different country. They have a different type over there.
Did he make it back over there, or is he still?
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, he's back.
Pete, did you get to meet up with him? Did that happen?
Yeah, we went out to have dinner and a couple of drinks. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice. Did he order a Keurig?
A what?
It's a Chinese beer.
No, we went to a Mexican restaurant. There's no Chinese beers there. So.
What?
No, we just drank some
Man.
tequila.
If Kim Jong-un found out that man went to a Mexican restaurant, he'd be done for.
Kim Jong.
Kim Jong.
I'm just kidding.
That's the wrong Asian. You racist.
I know. Oh man.
All right, guys, I gotta go. So,
all right, big dog.
Yeah. Thank all of you, Uncle Lou. I'll see you in a couple of days. Get ready for the ass whooping, both on the poker table and on the softball field. I'm sure you're ready for it.
Sounds good. All right, I'll see y'all Friday.
All right.
See you, dude.
All right.
All right. See you later, TB.
See y'all, buddy. See you.
Fools, as usual.
Yep. Out of here, bro.
All right. Slim Shady. Are you still there? I think Slim Shady went to sleep. I think he might have fell asleep. All right. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm out of here. Extra long show tonight because I will not be on live here again until. Well, I don't know. I might be on live, from the softball. Well, I'll definitely be on live during the softball game, but I won't be, as far as any live shows from the studio here at home till next Monday. So no live shows on Thursday, no midday show on Friday, and no call-in show on Friday night. So I'll see you guys on Monday. Well, I'll see you before that, but I'll see you from here on Monday. Thanks to all the people that called in. Great show. Some great callers tonight. Had a lot of fun. Thanks to all the people that called in. Thanks to all the people that supported the show through Cash App, PayPal, Super Chat, and all that. Thanks to all the members. I don't even know who else to thank. Thank Mrs. Peete for putting up with me. I would like to thank my kids. I don't even know who else to thank. I would like to thank my cat. All right, everybody. I'll see you guys very soon. Have a great night.